Oh, Rania says both sessions start at the same time.
Yes, ma'am. It is on live, so I think we can start the session now.
Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Ishrat ma'am, if she says okay, we will start. Ishrat
Yeah.
ma'am?
Let us start on dot and then others will join. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yes, David. Over to you.
Yes, ma'am, we're starting. Hope my voice is audible.
Yes,
Yes,
Dave.
yes.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. One minute, ma'am. Sir.
Is it live?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
ma'am.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. This is Igen Davis, representing as a coordinator of Igen and Save Clubs presenting here. To start up with a quote, coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Igen Environthon Preconference 03. Welcome you all to the land of supremacy, innovation, intelligence in influencing sustainability all over the globe, none other than the Institution of Green Engineers. And now presenting to you Igen Environthon 2025 Pre-Conference 3 with a theme of discussion towards Panchabuddhas for global climate justice pathways to COP30. To begin up this beautiful occasion, please allow me to introduce to you our Vice President of the Institution of Green Engineers, Dr. J. Balamurugan, to present the opening remarks.
Thank you, Doris, and thank you so much for the opportunity. And I thank each and everyone who has joined, national as well as international speakers who have joined for this cause for climatic change. So, IGEN, which is an international organization which holds the credit for maintaining all such programs for making ensuring no one is leaving behind. That is United Nations. Motto. So it's our motto that we just want to connect each and everyone. So all walks of life. So starting from students to professors and industries to technicians, all the people need to join as well as the family members also to be the part of climatic change. Today we could see that every world, every inch by inch of this earth is being devastated by the human race because of such things. The people who have not done anything for this world, they are also suffering. So this need to be eradicated. So we need to have throw light on each and every area to create an awareness. This IGEN Environthon, which is much of the things which is being focused on COP. This is Confederation of Parties, where every country is being part of it, and where they would be talking about the global climatic change. So it's the start from Quito Protocol to Copenhagen. So a lot of things have been spoken in that area. But the awareness is the fundamental thing. India is also has given an opportunity to keep its promise by 2070. But we do not know whether as a developing country we would be there or not. We do not know. So the entire this climate would be leaving us with all such things or not, I do not know. So the land is also devastated, the water is also coming up, the wind is also blowing like anything, and this tsunami is also coming up. All such disasters are because of one particular thing, that we need to think about ourselves and the environment. So ESG is the talk of the town, and CBAM is about to come by 2026. So the country's industries has also given a statement that carbon border adjustment mechanism to be implemented by 2026. In such aspect, India has a pioneer in Panchaputas. So we always talk about spirituality as well as technology with these Panchaputas. So this Panchaputas has made possible that we would be working together with all these 5 elements. The 5 elements being represented, and it is also been emphasized in this Environthon. The third part has come up, and today we could see a lot of opening talk with a lot of people have joined. So that too, the goal number 4 is education, means all the education people so who are associated with education, they have joined. And number 5, who which is about the gender equality, I could see the all the faces who are representing the countries. So that is also been taken care. And I also see that today these 5 elements would be giving a pathway for the next conference. I wish all the best to all the people who are joined together to ensure that this Igen, Institution of Green Engineers, is making a pathway for the country as well as the world. That today, whatever we are talking with this 300 to 400 people who are watching in the YouTube might be making a change. Means today it's a start. Maybe 740 billion people are there. So it would be reaching the end mass, and we would protect this environment. We would be also make a changeover, and we are the change makers. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I wish all the best for the program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. J. Balamurugan, for your professional addressing and making perfections throughout the execution of this event. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the continuation of this beautiful occasion, it's my pleasure and privilege to introduce to you our organizing secretary of Igen Environthon to welcome the gathering with her welcoming address. Over to Dr. Preeta Mary George.
Good evening to one and all present here. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all for this pre-conference 3 hosted by the Igen on Igen Partner Conclave themed Panchapudas for Global Climate Justice Pathways at COP30. With immense joy, I extend a warm welcome to our esteemed leaders and mentors, Dr. L. Ramesh, President of Igen, Dr. J. Balmurugan, Vice President of Igen, and Engineer D. Gokul, Director of Igen, and all the respected board members of Igen. I'm delighted to welcome today's distinguished international speakers, Dr. Halima Sadia from EduFam International Academy, Dr. Renuka Thakur, Global Sustainable Future Network UK, Dr. P.S. Kumar, Prithvi Grow Care Private Limited, Dr. Esther Malam, Elegant Empire Education Malaysia, Dr. Rania Lampo, Greek Astronomy to Space Society, and Ambassador H.E. Dr. Srividya Sukumar, Educate Global UAE. With deep respect, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to each one of you, the pillars and the backbone of our all initiatives. I also welcome our elemental heads, Dr. Anjum Qureshi, Dr. Manimala, Dr. Tanuja, Dr. P. Selvaraj, and Dr. Pradipta, whose dedication and contributions are instrumental in making Igen Environthon 2025 a grand success. A special welcome to my fellow organizers, Dr. Ishrat Mira Misana and Dr. Sankida, for their unwavering support rendered to us. And last but certainly not least, my heartfelt appreciation and I welcome my dear student organizers led by Mr. Davis, who has been working tirelessly and often sleeplessly to bring this event to life. Together, let us embark on this meaningful journey towards sustainable solutions and global climate justice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Preeta Mary George, for your well-wishing welcoming address in acknowledging the attendees. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we march towards the commencement of this beautiful occasion, please allow me to invite one shining spotlight of the Institution of Green Engineers. Please put your hands together in welcoming E.R.D. Gokul sir to present the About Igen Environthon 2025 execution.
Yeah. So very good evening to all present here. It is an esteemed forum. I can see almost, I think, more than a male, I think we could be able to see the women's contributions, especially for this Environthon, is too huge. That's what today the session is completely so beautiful, and we are so delighted and welcoming the complete, the pan earth, I can say. So complete world is here. Thank you joining for here. So it's an immense delighted. Igen family has invited all the eminent personalities across the world. Yes, Environthon, Igen Environthon 2025. It's a third edition. So we almost completed in 2021 and 2024, and 2025 we have initiated. So what's this Environthon? Environthon talks about on the occasion of World Environment Day. Really, I think we need to talk about and we need to raise our voice, especially for the environment. That's what Igen is doing that. And we almost happening to have almost a global conference for almost like a 30 hours more than that. We initiated Environthon in 2021 with 17.8 hours and almost 34 hours in Environthon 2024. And today, I think we are going to discuss the 24 hours, 34 hours, and maybe we can even set a record of 40 hours in coming days. But before that, we started organizing a pre-conference. This is the third pre-conference, especially to raise our voice on the Panchabhutas. Nobody else in the world would have done it, definitely, because we are all humans and we are living in this planet with all earth, space, air, water, and the fire. Without this five component, five element, we cannot live in that. And it's not only for us. I think it's almost millions of microbes and millions of ecosystem, millions of mammals are living along with us. And our earth is only one. We cannot be able to survive without our earth. So we are all here to raise our voice. And this pre-conference 3 is something like we are connected globally and all our partners have been joined together and it's so delighted. And definitely this pre-conference 3 is going to be taken up another 2 more conference and we have offline event and the major event which is going to be planned in September 14 and 15 with our title partners of ITEF. It's also like International Tamil Engineers Forum is also joined along with us and we are going to initiate that global conference throughout the world on September 14, 13 and 14, 2025. So I'm delighted again, once again, to welcome all the people who have been joined here. And definitely today the pre-conference is going to throw a much more enlightened for all of us. And definitely that is going to give a new, like a vibrant thoughts as well as for us to push our Mother's Earth to be more clean and green. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ayadi Gokul, for your well-known explanation in the making of Igen Environthon 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your virtual hands together in welcoming one greatest organizing secretary of the Institution of Green Engineers of Igen Environthon 2025. It's my pleasure and privilege to invite Dr. Ishrat Mira Marsana to release the program schedule introduction of Igen Environthon 2025.
Yeah, thank you, Davis, for that introduction. And I'm just briefly giving the what exactly we'll be doing on 13th and 14th September 2025. We'll be having, as such, we'll be starting on 13th September at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll be discussing with the earth element, and the element head is Anjum Qureshi, and the element coordinator, so along with her is Dr. Vasanthi Rina. And for paper presentation head, we have Malika. They are being guided by Benosa. And then from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., we have the inaugural session, wherein our partners will be joining along, and this program will be carried out by Dr. Ramesh sir. And from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., we have the task of, or the element is water. The element head is Manimala madam, who is being supported by Bhuvneshwari madam and Sangeeta madam. And the paper presentations are being taken care by Dr. Lakshmi, and their mentor is Banyan sir. And then we'll be having the 11 to 1 a.m. we are giving the session to Srividya ma'am. 11 to 12, she can take care of us about this Panchabhutas, and 12 to 1, she'll be talking about COP30. And because other than Panchabhutas, we are also focusing on COP30. So 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., we'll be focusing on COP30 and Igen activities. And this will be taken care by Dr. Anuradha along with Dr. Priya. And Gokul sir is the mentor for them. And 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. we'll be focusing on the element fire with the element head as Selvaraj sir, who is supported by Richa Sinha, and the paper presentation head is Dr. Zahira, and Madan Kumar sir is the Igen mentor for them. And 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. we'll be focusing on the element air with Tanuja ma'am as the element head, and the element coordinator is Subha ma'am. And the paper presentation head is Renuka ma'am, and Igen mentor is Senthil Kumar sir. And 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. we'll be focusing on 14 September on space, for which Dr. Pradipta Mukhopadhyay will be the element head with along with Aditi Srivastava, and Dr. Karunakaran will be the paper presentation head, and the mentor is Balamurgan sir. And from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. we'll be having validatory with Ramesh sir. And when we are talking about each of these elements, what are the various sections that will be covered in each element is, we'll have an inaugural address by Padma Shri awardee or an eminent personality who will be giving an address for 30 minutes. Then we'll be having a podcast with a distinguished speaker from industry SEO 11 for 15 minutes, followed by promotion video of the projects and activities of IGEN for 5 minutes. And then we'll have a global research panel meet with the 6 international speakers from across the globe for 60 minutes. That is 10 minutes for each speaker. Followed by the, as of now, for every element, we are conducting competitions. So the student competitions who are the winners will be announced, only the winners will be announced, and what the competition is about will be announced in the element for which we are allocating 15 minutes. Along with this, we have academic panel discussion by the speakers, national speakers, with 8 minutes for each speaker for 50 minutes. Then we have our title partner session for 10 minutes. Then we have a startup showcase of 30 minutes, wherein the startup people will be showcasing their products. So we'll be having 3 to 5 startups being showcased with respect to every element. Then the Panchabhutas book chapter presentation will be for 45 minutes, followed by the youth MUN for 30 minutes and the validatory for 15 minutes. This will be the format that will be followed by each element. There might be up and down, but this is what will be covered in each element. So this is about the program schedule for the Environthon 2025. Thank you. Over to you, Davis.
Devish,
Thank you so much, Dr. Ishrit Mehta.
Devish?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Devish.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Dr. Ishrat Mira Mursana, for your marvelous moderation in explaining about the schedule of IGN Environthon 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue this beautiful occasion, please put your virtual hands together in inviting the Greenery President of the Institution of Green Engineers to felicitate the gathering and about the partners. Please allow me to introduce to you and hand over the session to Professor and Dr. L. Ramesh, President of the Institution of Green Engineers.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Devish. So very happy we all are connected here for a very good cause. It was a very happy note. So the Igen Environthon, it is the 3rd edition. I hope already Preeta ma'am and Ishrat ma'am all given the very brief about that. It is very happy note that the 3rd edition, a lot of new features are there with Environthon. So the one particular thing is our Igen is now press, and we are going to have our first book, Igen Panchabhutas, Handbook of Panchabhutas. So which we are planning to release. It is a very happy note. All our people are started contributing. So we have separate team. Managing editors are there, associate editors are there, and I'm very happy note all our partners are our associate editors, Renuka ma'am, Srividya ma'am, our PS Kumar sir, and Esther Mala ma'am, our Birjan ma'am, and very happy note, Halina ma'am recently connected with us with their organization, and thank you to Anju ma'am for introducing madam and one of our partners from for the Environthon. It is a very happy moment that so something, because till last Environthon 1 and 2, one part of outcome, but this time it's the part of outcome through the publication of the book. So we are going to get a DOA indexed also. So this is one note, and second note, this time we are planning for offline pre-conference, and 2 pre-conference already which is planned. We are going to release it very soon. Not only that, this year we had connected with our Tamil Engineering Association. It is the International Forum Association, and they are the title partners, and maybe they are going to launch another program. That is 12th and 13th, very big Tamil Engineering Conference is there. In that only they given one slot to inaugurate our Igen Environthon. So always the partners support will lead us to work out with all the actions. So that is what we all are here. So that is the reason particularly we made this event, this program only for the partners. And thank you all the partners for your very kind support. And we need a very strong support from you to get a good publications, because all our partners are abroad. And we need a good publications, good authors, good papers from abroad. So even in pan India, it is very easy for us to get the papers, but outside country, it is very difficult. So we need a very strong support, and rightly pointed out by our that is a Bala, Vice President. So we are looking for another world record attempt this year. And the last 2 years, we had Limca Book of Record, you all know that. And we are going with another concept of Igen, that is the Igen STG 78, that is outreach partner. So that we are going to launch very soon, maybe another 2 or 3 days we are going to launch. So with that note, I would like to close the remarks with a thanking note to all the partners. So thank you all for your kind support, and we need a very strong support from you all for the future, all the programs. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Dr. L. Ramesh, the Honorable President of the Institution of Green Engineers, for felicitating the entire gathering with your virtual marks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event. As we move on to the panel discussion, it's my pleasure and privilege to introduce to you the moderators of this beautiful occasion. Introducing Dr. T. Anuradha. Dr. T. Anuradha is currently working as a professor and head of Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering at KCG College of Technology, Chennai. Dr. T. Anuradha has 29 years of experience, which include 20 years of teaching and research experience and 9 years of industry experience in engineering consultancy services to multinational petroleum and oil corporations. Her primary research interests are renewable energy systems, power electronics and drives, smart grids, electric vehicles, and other sustainable technologies. And she is currently focusing on developing eco-friendly, cost-effective, easily adaptable, advanced power electronic interfaces for hybrid renewable energy systems for rural electrification projects, and IoT, AI, ML-based control techniques for electric vehicle and smart grid applications. She has won many awards, and few notable awards she has received: an AICTE Lil Vati Award 2022 under the theme of Women Empowerment, sub-theme of Self-Defense. Professor Indira Parikh Top 50 Women in Education Leader Award by World Education Congress. Best Professor in Electrical Engineering Studies Award by Jeevant Ekta National Education Awards. Eco Activist 2024 by the Institution of Engineers at National Environment Climate Change Forum, DNSC. Dr. Anuradha has worked as PI, co-PI convener, coordinator for many AICTE, DSP, IET funded projects, faculty development programs, certified short-term training programs, workshops, knowledge enhancement programs, seminars, and mentored several innovative projects in the smart grid technologies and solar wind hybrid for sustainable rural electrification. She has authored and co-authored 85 research papers in IEEE, IET, Springer ISA transactions, and other referral journal publication, and presented her research works in several leading power and industrial conferences. She has granted 2 Australian patents, 1 German patent, 6 UK patents, 2 Canada patents, 4 Indian design patents published, 21 Indian patents to her credit so far. She has also served as the expert reviewer for IEEE Industrial Electronics, IET Power Electronics, IET Renewable Power Generation, IET Intelligence Transport Systems, Tata Migra Health, and Pearson Education, and contributed as technical advisory committee member and session chair for many IEEE international conferences. And currently, she is serving as a cluster head in the Institution of Green Engineers and serving as the department head of Department EEE in KCG College of Technology, Chennai, India.
Davis.
Ladies, yes, ma'am.
Davis,
Ladies and gentlemen, we also have our next moderator for this beautiful occasion. Please allow me to introduce to you Dr. C. Priya. She is currently working as a professor in the Department of Computer Application of Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai. She has 17 years of teaching experience in engineering, UG and PG level. Her research includes cloud computing, IoT, blockchain technology, big data analytics, machine learning, and digital forensics. She has produced 2 MPhil research scholars and 5 PhD scholars, and they were pursuing their research under her guidance. She is also a doctoral committee member for researchers in various universities. She has received 9 awards, namely Best Supervisor Award 2023, National Eminent Educator Award 2022, Lifetime Achievement Award 2021, National Eminent Educator Award 2020, AKS Global Teacher Award Delhi 2019, International Best Researcher Award 2019, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement National Award 2018, Excellence Teaching in Higher Education 2018, Best Teacher Award 2009. She has published 65 research papers in SCI, WAS, IEEE Scopus journals. She has also published 5 patents and 25 book chapters in Springer, elsewhere, IGI, Global, CRC Plus, BPI publications. She serves as an editor in book chapters, editorial board member, and reviewer in various international journals. She is an active member in professional bodies like ISTE, CSIIARA, IACRD USA. She has presented paper and technical chair in Lincoln University, Malaysia, and Odisha, Calcutta in India. She serves as a question paper setter in various universities in Tamil Nadu, Odisha, and departmental selection committee member for MPhil and PhD scholars at Wales University. She is also a doctoral committee member for researchers in various universities. She was an author of book namely Selenium IDE, Authentic Guide to C Programming, Handbook of Python Programming, GO Programming, Management Information, Artificial Intelligence, Cloud Computing, Intellectual Property Rights, Distributed Computing. Presenting to you our next moderator, Dr. C. Priya. Now I request Dr. T. Anuradha to take forward the session with her marvelous moderation.
Thank you, Davis. I don't know whether I can do it like what you said, but thank you for an elaborate introduction. Greetings to one and all present here, and welcome to our dialogue on Panchaputas for Global Climate Justice, Pathways to COP30. The Panchaputas, earth, water, fire, air, and space, are not only the elements of nature, but also the building blocks of life. Today, they are also powerful lenses through which we can understand climate change, justice, and action. They remind us that climate action is not just about technology or policy, but also balance, justice, and respect for all forms of life. As we approach COP30 in Belém, Brazil, a gathering that will mark a critical moment for reviewing progress since Paris Agreement, the stakes have never been higher. In Amazon's heart, where the biodiversity and cultural heritage thrive side by side, COP30 will demand that we accelerate action, embed climate justice into every decision, and turn promises into implementation. From land restoration to renewable energy transitions, from clean air to equitable access to climate data, COP30 is where our global commitments will be tested against the reality of changing planet. Today, we bring together experts, change makers, and thought leaders to explore how ancient wisdom can illuminate the path to our collective future. Our session, Panchaputas for Global Climate Justice, Pathways to COP30, bridges the timeless principles of harmony with the urgent demands of climate action. Let us explore each element in connection to the climate crisis and how it can inspire our pathways to COP30. With much ado, we'll go to the first element, air. Air is life, and the wind carries both our pollution and our hope for change. Air transports greenhouse gases and pollutants across borders. Climate-driven atmospheric shifts cause storms, droughts, and extreme weather. Poor air quality disproportionately harms low-income and marginalized groups. Pathway to COP30 will be set ambitious air quality targets, foster cross-border pollution control, and expand urban greenery to clean and cool the air. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and privilege to invite Dr. Halima Sadia, EduFam International Academy UAE, to talk about air. Before we go, I will give a small introduction, brief introduction about Dr. Halima. She is a director at EduFam International Academy in the United Arab Emirates. She completed her bachelor's degree at Delhi Technological University, master's degree Educational Leadership and Administration at Maharishi Dayanand University, PhD at INTI International University, Malaysia. She has expertise over transformative 30-year trajectory encompassing the realms of education, coaching, training, mentoring, and counseling across India, Dubai, and Maldives. Her professional journey epitomizes a profound commitment to the fostering both personal and professional growth, exemplified through tenure as principal at prestigious institutions such as HPS Delhi, IIS Sharjah, DPS Ajman, and BIS Maldives. She also partnered with ACE International Singapore to spearhead innovative training initiatives. She engaged diverse audiences on critical topics such as leadership, women's empowerment, productivity, and emotional intelligence, inspiring them to realize their fullest potential on platforms including ZTV, ETV, and Tazeb channel. Ma'am, Halima ma'am, the floor is yours. You can take. I will invite you to take the stage, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Miss Anuradha, for such a wonderful introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my prime privilege to be here this evening. It was in year 2021. I was happily working as a principal of different prestigious schools across different countries. That was the year when I was blessed with a small baby, my younger son's baby. When first time I took the baby into my arms, I still remember it was in a nursing home in Delhi. When I took her in my arms, I just peeped out of the window and I saw gray sky, not the blue sky. As we all know how Delhi is and how much is the air pollution in Delhi. At times, or maybe I can say many a times, there is red alert because of that. Suddenly I realized that this small baby who has come to this world, what we are going to give her? This smoggy sky, this polluted air. And then further I realized it's not the matter of only this girl. There are millions of children for whom what are we going to leave? Since then, I decided whatever I can do in my own capacity as an educator, as a human being, as the residents of this planet, let me do for this planet whatever I can do. And we have started sustainability initiatives with the name of Eco Visionaries Global Group. And since then, we are working for this planet to make it more greener, more brighter, and help the people to live longer, healthier, and happier. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Halima Sadia, and I'm here today with the most important element, that is air. And today I'm not going to speak about how we are abusing it. Instead, I'm going to speak that how we can use it and how we are using it to make it a beneficial element for all of us. So it's time to stop burning our planet and start investing in the abundant renewable energy all around us. Said by United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. So now this is the time to stop burning our planet. Whatever we have done in the past, let's forget that. And now this is the time to invest in the abundance of renewable energy that is available for us in plenty, not for the greedy people, for the people those really care for this planet. So let me start with this small riddle. I chase the cloud, I stir the seas, I whisper through mountains and rustle the leaves. You can't see my face, only my deeds. What am I? And may I request all of you to kindly use the chat box and let me know that what is this? Yes, come on. I can see the responses here in the chat box. What is it that whispers through mountains and rustle the leaves, and we can't see it, we can't see its face, but we can see the deeds? Yes. Thank you very much, Anuradha. Thank you very much, Gabriel, for giving the correct answer. Yes, it's air. So this is, I think, the element that we cannot see with the naked eyes, but we can feel that without it, there is no existence on this earth. So this is so essential for all of us. And it is one of the 5 classical elements, that is earth, water, fire, and air. And air energy is usually replaced with the wind energy, because when the air blows, when it is in the movement, that is wind. And today we are getting benefited by the wind energy at a large scale. So the wind energy, how it works, that we already know. We have already learned it in our at a school level, college level, and at our level. So I'm not going to go into the details. But yes, what are the benefits of air energy? My eye is stuck on 100% renewable and it low operating cost once stalled. Yes, while stalling, it requires lots of money, but once it is installed, the operating cost is very low. And because of this, there is no greenhouse gas emissions. Yes, naturally for the transportation, for bringing the equipment, there will be little, but not because of the operating. Also, it reduces fossil fuel use, and above all, it provides the job creations in green industry. So that is the power of air or wind energy. The countries that are making the best use of this energy, the top countries, and I was very happy to see that we are also one of them, and it is a matter of great pride for all of us, that China, USA, Germany, and India, over 837 gigawatt of global wind power capacity as of 2024. And the wind has the power to provide millions of homes worldwide. So wind can provide the powers to the millions of houses. Here we have some inspiring facts that's really going to give us a hope and give us the joy of the future, that 1 ton of a wind turbine blade can power our home for hours, silently working while we are sleeping. And every megawatt of wind energy prevents over 2,500 tons of CO2 emissions each year, protecting the air our children are going to breathe in. And the wind is free and infinite. It has been blowing for billions of years and will keep blowing long after even we are gone. So this is just a blessing and a gift of Almighty for all of us. The only thing is that we have to realize how to make the best use of it. In 2024, global wind capacity surpassed 837 gigawatt, enough to power over 743 million homes. Yet so much potential is still untapped. And communities powered by wind energy have cleaner skies, lower asthma rates, and healthier ecosystems. My dear green friends, what are the key issues that we are not able to tap the air energy or the wind energy fullest? First thing is that initially, while we are setting up, it requires some cost. And this significant investment is a hindrance while going for the tapping the wind energy in the fullest. Secondly, wind doesn't always blow when we demand. It will wind naturally as per the nature's rule. So that is also one of the issue in the wind energy. And there are certain land use conflicts because there will be opposition from the communities, and there is one more problem that when it is not planned properly, the turbines are not planned properly, then it harms the birds and bat population as well. So the animal protection people, they will come forward and they have the problem with this. And above all, the energy storage limitations. Without adequate storage access, wind energy is lost. So before going for this, we have to find the sustainable solutions. What are the sustainable solutions for these issues? So we have to go for the hybrid energy system. We can combine wind with solar as storage batteries to ensure 24/7 supply. Also, we can have the community ownership models, engage locals and stakeholders, not just observers. We can make the smarter turbine placement, use environmental studies to protect wildlife migration path, and technological innovation. We can invest in larger, more efficient turbines and advanced blade designs. And government must provide the incentives, tax breaks, feed-in tariffs, and green financing to lower entry barriers. So these are some of the sustainable solutions to tap the wind energy into fullest. Now, my dear green friends, imagine a future where every gust of wind is captured to light up our homes, run our schools, and cool our hospitals without poisoning the air or warming the planet. And one day, the day will come, and we all are going to observe it, feel it, and enjoy it. So wind energy is clean, powerful, and here to stay. Let's support renewable energy policies, educate others about the wind's potentials. Small actions, big change. The answer is blowing in the wind, said by Bob Dylan. With this, I end my speech. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And within 10 minutes, it's not possible to cover all the aspects of the air energy. But of course, I tried my level best to give you the gist about this. When we are going to have the main program, then inshallah, we are going to have the discussions on this in details. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Air connects us all. There are no borders in atmosphere. Thank you, Dr. Halima, for those insightful perspectives on how to harness energy from wind as one of the sustainable solutions for the climate crisis of the globe. We should understand clean air is a right, not a privilege. Every breath we take is a shared inheritance. Let us keep it pure. Now I invite Dr. Priya to introduce the water element speaker, and ma'am, Priya ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Happy evening to all. It's my pleasure to tell about the water element. Water connects every ecosystem, every community, and every climate action we take. Climate change interfaces, droughts, floods, sea level rise, and ocean degradation. Vulnerable communities face the greatest water scarcity and contamination risk despite contributing least to the crisis. And pathway to COP30, integrate water security into adaptation plans, invest in resilient water infrastructure, restore watersheds, and strengthen community-led governance. The water connects every ecosystem, every community, and every climate action we take. At COP30, protecting water must be protecting life for all. I'm happy to introduce the speaker of the water, Dr. Renuka Thakore, Global Sustainable Future Networks, UK. She is the founder of Global Sustainable Futures. She completed her master degree at Kingston University and doctorate at University of Lancashire. She received the Development Leadership Governor Enquire Thomas Christo Award 2022 and Global SDGs Women Ambassador Award 2022. She is recognized for her work as a global leader who has engaged and connected with academics, business, and individuals, bringing together Global South and Global North to involve them in climate adaptation and resilience and just transition. She also solves real-world problems by applying systems thinking and transdisciplinarity, bringing together technologies, emerging trends in data skills, education, and employment and future scenarios, and evaluating strategic realities through the multi-level and multidimensional integrated frame of sustainable development. Her personal and professional journey over the last 35 years. I hand over the session to Dr. Renuka Thakore, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Renuka.
Ma'am, you're not audible, ma'am. Doctor, yeah, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me here, and I'm pleased to be here. I must congratulate Igen team, Igen president, and Igen coordinators, especially Anuradha, everyone here for making this commitment and growing your team so loudly and proudly. So I'm always delighted to be here. Thank you. Let me just share my screen. So rightly mentioned by the moderator announcer here that I look into real world problems. And that is what I want to share also with you. As a part of GSFN, we have a flagship initiative calling 20 million farmers. And what we are trying to do here with 20 million farmers is to invite them and facilitate agriculture resilience through market-driven carbon opportunities for regenerative and nature-based solutions. I'm not going to go through the full program here. However, we know that we are all, each and every one here, cannot live without water and food, and meaning that it touches everyone's lifestyle, everyone's work, everyone's activity. We cannot live without it, and we need to be aware what we are doing with these resources. So that is where I want to make your attention, bring your attention today. So how water and agriculture are connected, we know that anything cannot grow without water. And so there is an importance of water. Even life cannot be existing without water. So water is essential element of the 5 elements that we are discussing today. And it has to be sustainable use of water within this agriculture. We are wasting so much water, or we are using so much water that future slides will explain us. However, we need to also, use water in a way that it increases our natural resources. We have to reduce the runoffs of the water. We have to make sure that we are, we have saved our water during droughts, and we also maintain the good health of our water ground level and other water bodies, and health of other water bodies, that is lessen the contamination and so on. And that is where water use of sustainable water is very important. And there are also other water technique very much common in agriculture, which are like drip irrigation. So not using a hose pipe or not using a lot of water or just letting the water run off. We use water very strategically and to the point where it needs. And that is called drip irrigation. Then rain harvesting. Rainwater harvesting means rain comes and runs off if it is not collected. And therefore, if we are systematically putting engineering in mind, engineering in that design, then we can store the rainwater easily and we can use that throughout the year. And so it also then helps us to maintain the quality of the soil. And that is also very important for conserving water and maintaining agriculture productivity. So there are sustainable farming methods. I'm not going into that, but I would like to emphasize, though we are not in agriculture, we need to worry about this, because what we source, what we buy, because we buy food, we buy raw material of our food that comes from agriculture. And in the world, 80% of people are directly or indirectly related to the farm and agriculture industry. I mean, food, farm, agriculture industry. So we need to be aware of what we are doing. And again, there is a lot of increase in the concerns of, with the increase in population, how we are going to feed this large population. What is our food security? And with that, we are trying to grow as much food as growth in the agriculture is seen very fast. And with that, there is a increase in carbon emissions due to that activity. So the agriculture sector is also one of the highest emitting carbon emissions. But making it sustainable, there are plenty of opportunities to reduce the carbon emissions also through that. So we are also serving it as a part of abating our climate change. So there are few crops and like sugar cane and other, but I won't go in that. I really want to focus on the water element here. So here, of course, this I had prepared this presentation for Africa itself, but it is common for everyone. Agriculture activities happening throughout the world, and we all are associated with food, and we need to know about it. So just ignore that it is only focused on Africa. So this is a very common scenario around the world when there is rain. Because of urbanization, we have not been able to control our water, control our water quality, and also the runoff of the water, and how that goes into the system, how we can circulate it into the system sustainably. That is not yet we have achieved anything around there. So this is something we need to think. So let me focus on how much water is withdrawal. In comparison, you can see that agriculture is the highest user of water, and then there is industry, and then we all as a use water for our utility is just very minimum. But you can see that agriculture, wherever they are. But again, here you can compare the use of water in Europe in agriculture industry, meaning that the rest of the world, like Asia and Africa, they are using the most, meaning they have to become more efficient. Here we can see that industries. So here it is also seen that, developed countries use more water in industries compared to agriculture. And developing countries where agriculture is the main occupation of many, a large percentage of people, water is used. So whatever a common inference of this is also that the more activity in whichever the sector you do, maybe it industry or may it be agriculture, water is used, and therefore sustainable use of water needs to be in all activities. Secondly, also I would like to just point out how we can what percentage of water we use in certain food and elements. In 1 glass of orange juice, 170 liter of water is used. In 1 apple, 70 liter of water is used. 1 egg, 135 liter of water is used. 1 glass of milk, 200 liters of water. 1 orange, 50 liters of water. And 1 potato, 25 liters of water. When we eat 1 potato or 1 apple or 1 glass of juice, we never think of how much water we are drinking, or how much water we are using, or have we paid for this water. When even if I say 1p for 1 liter, actually 170p would go only for the water content in that fruit. So you can imagine that how water is not valued in our prices and in our food chain. Now, how thirsty is our water again, food? Again, here you can see that liters of water required to produce 1 kg of the following products. So vegetable uses least water, then fruits, then milk, then cereal, then eggs, and then pig meat, chicken meat, pig meat. And you can see that the meat is the highest, is using highest water. So at many times, and I think it is now very common, or it is getting a greater awareness that we should be moving towards a vegan diet, vegetable diet. Yes, that is true because of the carbon emission. There are, I don't like, personally, I don't advocate that because there are many other issues along with that. We have to care for livestock and we have to manage our livestock and so on. But this is just the comparison of the water that we use. And therefore, even so, it can also be said that the highest opportunity of saving water lies into the meat. And that is how I would go about it. So now, when you make a change in your water use, so for example, a farm, when there is a water running out, like simple water system is there, and if you start using drip water, automatically you will save water, and that will increase your water credits. Here I'm talking about water credits because, of course, again, this is a part of my presentation for carbon credits. But again, you must understand the carbon is going to be the future currency or future literacy in the world. If carbon is a currency where you can compare the activities impact very easily, and it is a common currency that can be used to compare the activities impact on society. So it is important that we understand what are the carbon credits. It is also very innovative way of crediting someone for using less water. Crediting in a sense of even we can say credit in terms of finance. They are saving resources and therefore they are gaining finance and which can be diverted or used for other sustainable use. So that is also a crucial way of, like credits also play a crucial role in sustainable development. But it also then, when you are using water sustainably, it will protect your ecosystem, and it will also promote efficient use of water, and it will increase the efficiency of the natural water cycles and the biodiversity. And it also provides some economic incentives or economic, returns for the community. Now, why I am saying all this is very important because, say, for example, I'm not going to go into a lot of examples of North America or so, but I can give you one good example, which is very simple to understand. One that, strawberries are exported from Egypt to EU, and people are quite proud that, oh, we export our strawberries, like people in Egypt or the government in Egypt or anyone. They would be very proud of sending, like saying that we export our strawberries to Egypt. But they don't know that they export so much water through that strawberry. And the local people in Egypt struggle to get the water even for vegetation. And therefore, that is creating an injustice, creating a loss of, appropriate food or food safety to the country. So country governance should understand, or the economics should be very much made efficient, or recounted, I would say, to understand that what we are exporting in that strawberries, and how much water and how much resources are being exported, and what we are getting in return. So these are the examples, like they need to be rethought and understood, that how much export, or what we are exporting, and how we can save our natural resources at home. And therefore, as I said, there are potential growth areas where I mentioned that agriculture, it may be agriculture or maybe industry. If we are saving water, if we are using efficiently, there is a huge opportunity to get water credits or value added sustainable water practices. And therefore, we need to, as I already mentioned, the government needs to think about their water strategies, private partnerships about how they would facilitate this investment, and the regional cooperation is also very important. And and through the awareness and training, I think we need to build our awareness for the community, how to use water and how to maintain the water quality and so on. Here, I would like to I have not put the slide here, but I would like to say that GSFN did one global program where we were engaging with
to help you go to the bathroom? The royal family has. The modern day royals aren't quite that extreme, but they still have a lot of people doing really weird jobs.
I don't know. Wait a second. Something has. What was it? I don't know. 1 second. Let me check if it is another one program is going on my laptop. No, there is no program going on. I don't know where the voice
please
came
resume,
from.
ma'am. We have muted, ma'am.
Sorry?
Please continue, ma'am. We have muted.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought it was from my computer, so I was a bit worried. Thank you. Anyway, so I've just finished most things now, like I was on the last slide only, so I won't share again. But I wanted to say that we connected as a part of our GSFN program. We connected with the local citizenship. So it was a citizen engagement program. And we had this program led by Professor Jackie from South Africa, and her project had won award as well. And what she did, that she motivated school children and the school teachers to go to the nearby bodies and understand their water quality. If these such exercises are done in a school, they would know how to test the water and how to preserve the water and what is the importance of the water. And so they would be working within the community to manage the water bodies. And they can take this message to the parents as well. And that is how her program was very, very, successful. We were able to motivate 90 schools in Africa and especially more than 30 schools in Kenya. So it was a great successful program. So I think we need to be more and more aware of how we distribute this, how we advocate or motivate people to engage with water. I will stop here. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Water is essential for life. Without it, neither human, animals, nor plants could survive. About 60 to 70% of the human body is water. It helps regulate temperature, transport nutrients, and remove waste. It supports biodiversity in aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems. It regulates Earth climate through the water cycle. Water is life. It sustains our bodies, our food systems, our planet. Without it, everything stops. So now I would invite Dr. Anuradha ma'am for fire element.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Fire. Fire is energy. It can create or destroy. Fossil fuel use drives climate change, while clean energy offers solutions. Rising heat intensifies wildfires and extreme weather. Millions still lack clean, reliable energy. The shift to renewables must not leave workers and communities behind. As pathways to COP30, we scale renewable energy, phase down fossil fuel subsidies, ensure a just transition, and expand access to decentralized clean power. Fire can fuel chaos or power a just and sustainable future. The challenge is clear. At COP30, let fire light the path to equity, not burn bridges to justice. Dear green thinkers, I am very glad to introduce our next speaker, Dr. P.S. Kumar, Prithvi Grow Care Private Limited, India. About the speaker, Dr. P.S. Kumar has master's degree both in engineering and management and further qualified doctorate in business administration. He has over 36 years of corporate expertise. He worked in leading companies like Larsen and Toubro, Fiat Industrial, CNH, etc. in major critical management senior positions. He has expert knowledge in plastics processing, marketing, new product development, strategy formation, scientific planning, and getting things done from the associate through collaborations and knowledge transfer NLP methods. Currently, he is a co-founder and executive director of Prithvi Grow Care, an engineering, management, and technology consulting firm. PGC helps both MSMEs and large organizations to increase their profitability and global competitiveness through systems creation for them and guide and support them in training development of their executives. PGC has combined business expertise over 70 plus years, 32 collaborators with average expertise of 23 plus years. Sir, I invite you to share your thoughts on impacts of fire element on global climate crisis. The floor is yours, sir. Kumar, sir. Happy to have you, sir. Here.
Thank you, Dr. Anuradha. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Ramesh, and thank you, Balamurugan. Thank you, Gokul, for the wonderful opportunity. Let me share my slide. See, like Dr. Anuradha ma'am told, like I mute later. Yeah. See, fire is energy. it is eternal flame is there, and it gives so much amount of energy. We cannot imagine how much amount of energy we are literally wasting it without being properly utilized. So if you start making those energy, that is which is coming on natural, that is renewable energy, we are going to substantially save our earth in terms of what you call you are saving the heat getting into the atmosphere, which in turn creates a lot of problem for us and all. See, when the moment you start thinking of using a solar energy, like my earlier part, speakers told, the initial investment will be a big thinking for the people. People think that it is very difficult. The investment has to be made upfront and all the things. Like Ranada very clearly told, decentralized, what do you call, decentralized renewable energy systems. Like such big, large solar plants, we can have it, which is centralized. Again, we need to convert that through means of cables and grids and all the things. Instead of that, we can go for a decentralizing, like every college, every factory, or every housing complex. We can have a system which can give the energy required for that house. So I'm going to talk more about the HVAC. HVAC is air conditioning, heating, ventilation, air conditioning. So when you are talking about heating, ventilation, air conditioning means prime objective will be using it in residential. Almost every house has at least 3 or 4 air conditioners now. Commercial building, you cannot say anything without air conditioning. If there is a mall, nobody will go to the mall or any theater or anything. It become mandatory. And if you take clean room applications or closed room temperatures where you need to have hygiene and comfort of the workers to increase the productivity, again it comes in the picture. So air condition is inevitable. Like you need to remove the heat and you need to put the cold air so that increase the efficiency of the people. But when you're trying to do this, current systems, whatever they are doing it, what the thing is, the cost of air conditioning is going up. So the cost of air conditioning is going up mainly because of the consumption of power. Because if we consume the power, what is the amount we need to pay for that power? One hand, we are getting power free from the eternal source free. Other hand, we pay power, burn fossil fuels and build our coal or anything you take it, we make power. So it is going to be expensive. So first thing what we need to do is we need to increase our efficiency and effectiveness of the air conditioning system. What are the ways? There are different methods that are available. What is applicable? What may be suitable for that particular system or particular country? Accordingly, we can work on it. Similarly, it should be integrated with the latest technology, like artificial intelligence is walking each and every way of life, and we need to start using AI for many things, which I'll tell you later. So when you increase the efficiency and effectiveness, coupling it with the artificial intelligence, you are reducing your cost. Many times people will think that no, the cost will go up substantially. Actually it will come down. I will tell you how it is going to come down. So cost-effective solution you are able to offer air conditioning, and it is going to get it free almost. So how we are going to do it? So if you take it, it is air conditioning inevitable, I told you. As my earlier speakers told, solar energy reduce resilience on the fossil fuel and low carbon footprints, which makes the climate management. Okay, this is I took it from perplexity because we want to project it. What is going to be the total energy consumed and how much is going to be the air conditioning cost. Okay, if they are using the same way what we are using it, including the VRV. VRV is the variable refrigerant volume, what they call, but it was invented in 1882. That means almost around 40-45 years. We still use the same old technology, and like the way other things are gone, people have not moved to the higher technologies. So if you say 2030, it is likely to be 1940. That is a terawatt hours. What we call it as a terawatt is equivalent to the 1 trillion of wattage. It's a huge amount of electricity. Total electricity is going to be used for air conditioning alone throughout the globe. Out of which, okay, if you take 2700 terawatt, and that 760 watt can be saved. How 760 means a huge gain of cost. So it is in the year 2030 is going to be like this. 2040 is going to be again more because of the climate change, because of the temperature increase in the atmosphere, temperature increase in the building, everything. So it is again you can save around 1700 TWH. Again in 2050 you can save around 2800. So range from 28 to 54% we can able to save, provided we start using a cost-effective, efficient system coupled with the modern technologies of AI. So what are the things that there are different systems are available? Like Dr. Anuradha told, we should start using the renewable energy. First thing is from solar. Second is because solar, again, the problem is the solar or a wind, whatever Madam told is correct. It can operate when it is available. Wind is available, it will run. When wind is not available, it will not run. Suppose similarly, solar, if you take it approximately 8 to 7 hours, it will be there, and balance time it will not be available. So how to run an air conditioning, which needs 24 hours running? So the best thing is to save the energy or store the energy. How to store the energy? Energy. So you cannot store the energy. You go to the battery. It is going to be very expensive. So we cannot afford to go for a storing energy. So instead of that, what they say is we are coming out the concept called cool thermal energy storage. It is not a new technology. It is a very old technology. It is the people are not using it because of the she has told the cost of investment. So the cool thermal energy storage, what happens is, I will explain to you in the next slide. Here, what in cool thermal energy storage is, what will happen is, every chiller and compressor, all these things will be there. And the moment the cool or chilled water, it is around, say, 5 degree or 4 degree, what you are going to do, delta T is going to be around 7 degrees. So around 5 degree, it goes to the tank. And it will give the 7 degree. It's a latent heat. We are saving the energy in the store, in the tank, which has some lot of elements. In that element, it will get stored. So what happens is the store energy, that is whenever sun is available, whenever wind is available, the chiller will be running from the energy from the wind or from the solar, and we run the thing and we store it over here. Once it is stored, it can be used whenever it is not available also. So you have to increase the size, you have to decrease the chiller, and accordingly you can substantially, like, you instead of having one tank, you can have 3-4 tanks, which can have a solar, huge quantity of solar can be kept, all the things can be stored. Literally entire 24 hours you can run the, what do you call, air conditioning system for the entire mall, entire building, entire thing without depending upon the external power. What is the benefit what you will be getting it? The benefit you will be getting it, you will be shifting the peak load itself. You don't take power from the peak load. Surprisingly, around 65% of the load comes in the peak load. So many people demands power, the cost of the power is also very high. So if you start producing electricity, suppose you are taking it, if you are going to run it in the night, okay, you run a chiller, but you don't have a solar energy, but you still, if you run it in the night, but what will happen is the ambient temperature is different. So you can able to cool it faster. That means from 41 degree atmospheric temperatures to 5 degree, it will maybe around 28 to 32 degree to 25 degree. It will be still cooler. So the benefit what you will be getting it, you can able to reduce the chiller size because you are not running on a full load current. You are running always on the full load current, not on partial load. Suppose what the people say, suppose this is the example for 24 hours. Somebody, some mall or something, if you see it, whatever specified in blue color is the load requirement. Let's just take it for your college. Your college starts at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, ends at evening 7:30, 8 o'clock. Your air conditioning load will be like this. But what will happen is, whenever you give this requirement, load requirement, this is going to be, say approximately is going to be 1,000 ton. When you give it to the consultant, that person will say that, okay, you are consuming maximum 1,000 ton. I will take 25% cushion. I will give you 1,250 ton chiller or air conditioning system. 1,250 ton air conditioning chiller you are taking in, but you see it at morning 9 o'clock, you consume approximately around 100 ton only. So what happens is, again, you have a playing method by means you have a combination of chillers. You run a small chiller only. Even if you take a small chiller, you cannot have a multiple chiller because spare part management and things will be difficult. So people will say that we will go with 100 ton chillers. When you are going with 500 ton chillers, the 5 numbers or 4 numbers, if you take it, the 500 chiller will be running for producing for 100 ton of air conditioning air. That means you are not operating, you are operating almost at 20% of the load. So again, 20% of the load, you know what is the inefficiency built in all the things. So in the system, cool thermal energy storage system, what we do is you run the same, assuming that you are not using the solar. You run the same electricity board. In the night, 10 o'clock, you start running it. 10 o'clock, literally, you don't have any load at all. But you start running the chiller and 10 o'clock and store the energy. When you store the energy up to 8 o'clock, what happens is the tank capacity accordingly you increase it. So you store the energy and switch off. And whenever the morning time comes up, everything can be given from the stored energy itself. Further, how we can optimize it? This is around almost 20 to 25% of your electricity bill will come down. Second, MPC technology. It's a latest technology which you might have seen it in Singapore being practiced also. Here, what happens is dual Terminal 2 at Singapore Airport. When you see Singapore Airport Terminal 2, what will happen is there is a place called Jewel. Have you seen anywhere in the world a huge shopping mall where you have a huge waterfall? When you have a waterfall inside the thing, because they want to blend it with the nature, they want to have the atmosphere like blending with the nature. So when you have a huge waterfall means what? Again, moisture is there. When you have air conditioner, you have moisture, then you have more humidity. So you need to control the humidity also. So what happens is, one is temperature control, second one is flow control, that is airflow control, third one is humidity control. Then also you need to control the light. Then also we need to control so many things, so many parameters. All these things, this MPC will help with the AI tools. It will predict what is going to be the crowd, it will predict what is going to be the things being used. We are not talking technology which is something different. It is being used in developed countries or in Singapore also. So, but the same technology can be adopted for our requirement also. Like here you see the photograph where you have a car shed. Anyway, you are going to have a car shed to keep your car. And here you are going to keep a car shed where you can have a solar. So that energy can be used. So these type of things will help you out substantially saving your power. And approximate indication saving of power, I'm talking about only air conditioning costs. I'm not talking about anything else. In the total energy produced, almost 10% is air conditioning throughout the globe. And in peak time, it is going to be different upon like other speaker told, depending upon the country, sometimes it is going to be 40%, sometimes it's going to be 80%, 60% peak load current demand is there. But here I'm talking about an in-text form. Here it is only approximately 40% of chiller can be reduced. I told you, instead of 1,250 ton chiller, you're going to have a 600 and 750 ton chiller, which will be running always. So what happens is your chiller size reduced. And which in case reduce your generator also. You don't need to have a generator of 1,200 ton. Literally, you can remove the generator itself because you have a tank. If you invest it on your tank, you don't need a generator. Entire thing is going to get stored. And there is, people will say, okay, if it is going to store, how long it is going to be there? You can keep it for 5 days. If you want more 10 days or 20 days, depending upon your requirement, suppliers are ready to moderate and change the things and elements and give it to you. So you can even store it for 15 days also. That means 15 days without power also, air conditioning will not have a problem. And chiller operation can be avoided during power peak time. That means peak load shifting it I'm talking about. then what will happen is you need a very small generator because you need to operate the pump and fan only because you are going to store the energy in a tank. Okay. And all, as I told you, all the things will be operating at a full load current, which in turn you are getting a benefit of saving a huge amount of energy here. So instead of talking, I keep on telling to our Ramesh Balamurugan and our Mr. Gokul, instead of keep on talking, doing things, let us start implementing something. It can be in your house, it can be in your college, it can be in your friends' places. Tell to the people because the more hygiene, we need to be more action oriented where we are going to educate the people and we should start implementing in our place. The moment you explain to your college chairman or you explain to your relatives something and all, let them work out. I'm not saying that if the cost is going to be high, if the cost is going to be low, let them see, like water conservation. She told I was shocked. 90% of water is used for in India and Africa used for agriculture, and only 10% we are using for industrial, as against other countries where they are using almost 40% only for the agriculture, balance 40% for the industrial. Here, like we never imagined that one apple when you are taking on 17 liters of water. So we are not paying for the water. So similarly, in the moment you see what is the benefit, you just start with the things like you can instead of standard fan, you switch over to BLDC fans. Now, when you switch over to BLDC fans, what will happen is your power consumption will come down. Already every one of us gone move to LED light. So similarly, we should start implementing. We should start implementing in all our places, wherever we are going to our friend's place. Tell to the people the advantage of going for it because we are going to that the small drops only counted as a big ocean. So with this, I end my talk. So thank you so much, Ramesh, Balamurugan, and Gokul, for a wonderful opportunity. I will be happy and support anyone in case if you have any doubts. You can write to me. My email ID is available, groupceo@prithvigrow.com. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Sir, thank you for an excellent talk, sir. Listening to you is always a thought-provoking, as usual. After listening to you, I can tell this: heat or fire can destroy, but in balance, it lights the path to the sustainable future. Thank you very much, sir. Once again, we will meet in the main event. Now, I am inviting Dr. Priya to conduct the Earth Element session. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm.
Earth is our foundation, the soil beneath our feet, the forest, and the biodiversity that sustains us. Land degradation, deforestation, and biodiversity loss weaken our ecosystem and reduce carbon storage. Food security is under severe threat. Small farmers and indigenous people bear the greatest land-related climate risk and benefit least from restoration efforts. Commit to large-scale land restoration, promote regenerative agriculture, safeguard indigenous land rights, and integrate biodiversity into climate policy. Earth is our foundation. When it's degraded, so is our future. Let us remember to protect Earth is to protect life itself. When Earth thrives, all life stands on solid ground. Now I'm happy to introduce the speaker of the Earth, Dr. Esther Mala, Elegant Empire Education, Malaysia. She is an beacon of transformational leadership in the realm of entrepreneurship and educational leadership in Malaysia. Few names shine as brightly as Ambassador Professor Dr. Esther Mala, recognized globally as a pioneer and visionary leader, has been honored with the prestigious title of World Phenomenal and Transformational Leader, a testament to her unwavering commitment to excellence and innovation. Under her guidance, Elegant Empire Education and Elite Media Services has become synonymous with cutting-edge education practices and entrepreneurship. She has transformed and empowered countless individuals, both young and adults, to realize their full potential under her mentorship. As a leading entrepreneur in Malaysia, she has demonstrated an exceptional ability to navigate the complexities of the business in landscapes, consistently delivering groundbreaking solutions with commendable problem-solving skills, and setting new standards of excellence in our industry. Her passion for education and her unwavering commitment to empowering others have earned her admiration and respect of peers, colleagues, and clients locally and around the world. She started her journey as a passionate educator and a social worker at the age of 17, while most youngsters are very busy enjoying their lives. She believes that she is destined to assist and transform the lives of people. Ambassador Professor Dr. Esther Mala is greatly honored and celebrated as the world phenomenal and transformational leader, not only for her remarkable achievement, but also her enduring legacy of excellence, innovation, and service to humanity. Ma'am, over to you now, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Priya, for this wonderful introduction. Yes. Vanakkam, namaste, greetings from Malaysia. It is great honor and privilege. It's great honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to dear Honorable Respected President of Igen, Dr. L. Ramesh, Vice President of Igen, Dr. J. Balamurugan, Engineer Dr. D. Gokul, Esteemed Director of Igen, respected organizing team, distinguished Igen partners, eminent speakers, sponsors, and supporters from across the globe. It is with immense pride and heartfelt congratulations that I here before you to acknowledge the remarkable success of this conference on Panchabuddhas year after year. And this record-breaking event has been a true testament to power of collaboration, innovation, and shared wisdom. The seamless organization and the depth of the discourse on this elemental force of water, air, space, and earth have brought new insights into our understanding of sustainability and harmony with this event to global acclaim. Bring together experts on one amazing, phenomenal platform. Today, I'm here to share about the element earth. Team Igen, may I share the PPT, please?
Ma'am, you have the accessibility to share now.
Thank you. Is my PPT visible? Is my PPT visible?
No, ma'am. No, not yet, ma'am. Not yet, not yet.
Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, I think I have to close and open it. 1 minute. Okay.
Ma'am, is there any issue faces?
Yeah, I think I can share now. Yeah. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am, it is loading.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yes, visible.
Yeah, it's visible now. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Today, I'll be sharing briefly about educating for a greener future, circular economy, ESG, and sustainability in action with element Earth. Why element of Earth? Yes. Soil is the foundation of life, supporting ecosystems, agriculture, and climate balance. It plays a crucial role in carbon storage, water filtration, and food production, directly linking to sustainability, education, ESG, and circular economy. Soil supports the ecosystem, agriculture and climate stability. It's directly linked to food production. Without healthy soil, sustainability goal fails. Yeah, understanding the circular economy. Defining the circular economy as a system designed to minimize waste and regenerate nature. Circular economy has designing out waste and pollution, keeping production and materials in use, regenerating natural systems. This approach minus natural cycles, particularly the regenerative process found in the in healthy soil. Yeah, you have design out waste. We have to keep product in use and regenerate nature. Yeah. Looking at the ESG principles, the overview of it. So ESG is a decision-making framework ensuring long-term sustainability. Under this, we have environment, protecting soil health, preventing land degradation, promoting biodiversity. And as for social, supporting farming communities, fair trade in agriculture and rural development. And under governance, we have enforcing policies that safeguards the land use and prevents exploitation of natural resources. Yeah. Next, I'm talking about sustainability in education. So I would like to highlight this instead of industrial because education is the basic, is a foundation for everything. So that's why I'm focusing on this. Integrating sustainability into education involves fostering environmental legal literacy, engaging students in hands-on projects, and building strong community partnerships. Active engagement with soil, such as through school garden projects, makes sustainability tangible and relatable for students. Education is the key in building awareness about environmental stewardship. Hands-on projects like school gardens let students connect with soil directly. Involving community fosters shared responsibility for land and resources. Learning by doing makes sustainability practical and memorable for students. Next will be the soil as a teaching tool. So under this, we see that soil serves as a powerful metaphor for nurturing knowledge, fostering growth in education, just as healthy soil supports thriving ecosystems, a rich learning environment cultivates young minds, allowing them to grow and flourish. Soil is a living classroom. It teaches about biology, chemistry, climate, and food systems. Metaphor. Yeah, we call it metaphor here because it's a healthy soil nurtures plants. A healthy learning environment nurtures students. And the last point here I would like to share is encourages patience. Soil encourages patience, observation, and respect for nature. So under circular economy in action, education case studies. So for this, schools are actively implementing circular economy principles through various programs. Examples include comprehensive recycling initiatives, robust composting system for organic waste, and creative upcycling projects that transforms discarded materials into new resources, demonstrating measurable results. It showcases how school integrates circular economy ideas. As for recycling, it reduces waste sent to landfills, composting, where it returning nutrients to soil, mimicking natural processes. In the area of upcycling, it's giving old materials new purpose, just like nurture, reuse organic matter. So it stresses the measurable environmental and social impacts. So ESG in schools, as we can see, governance for sustainability here. Effective governance is crucial for embedding sustainability within educational institutions. This includes developing clear environmental policies, implementing sustainable procurement practices, and ensuring community accountability. Strong leadership roles are essential to drive these initiatives and achieve positive environmental outcomes. Under this, we have for elements that's policy development. We have to focus on this: sustainable procurement, implementation and training, community accountability. So good governance ensures environmental policies are not just words, but actions. Example, sustainable procurement that prioritizes local soil-friendly products. Policies to protect school grounds, encourage green spaces, and involve students in monitoring. So training for teachers and staffs is essential to ensure implementation is done in order. Next, sustainability skills for future. Educating for a greener future means equipping students with essential skills in renewable energy, waste management, and regenerative agriculture. These areas represent critical career pathways and empowers the next generation to contribute to a sustainable world. Here we have renewable energy, waste management, regenerative agriculture to focus on. So key skills here is renewable energy literacy, waste reduction, and regenerative farming. Under regenerative agriculture, it directly improves soil quality and biodiversity. Through this, students gain employable skills while helping the planet. Yeah, challenges and solutions. Common obstacles to implementing sustainable education include securing adequate funding, raising awareness and gaining sufficient policy support. Soil-based projects offers a low-cost, high-impact solution providing hands-on learning that addresses these challenges effectively. So here we have visible problems to attend to, common obstacles, underlying causes, and soil-based solutions. So main challenges here is lack of fund, low awareness, weak policy support. Soil-based projects like gardens, composting are affordable and educational. These projects provide visible results and can attract community and policy backing. So I think I'm done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I sincerely thank you for your inspiring talk on the importance of our Earth. Your words reminded us how precious our planet is and how each of us has a role in protecting it. We truly appreciate the knowledge and awareness you have shared with us today. With this note, the Earth is our only home and provides everything needed for life: clean air, fresh water, fertile soil, and safe climate. It supports millions of species, including human, and offers natural resources for food, shelter, and energy. Without a balanced environment, life could not exist. Protecting it is essential for our survival and the well-being of future generations. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Anuradha for space element.
Thank you, ma'am. Space, this is my favorite element. Space reminds us of our interconnectedness, that we share one home, one sky, one future. Space-based satellite monitor climate change, track emissions, and predict disasters. However, many vulnerable communities lack access to the climate data and early warnings, limiting adaptation capacity. Expanding open access climate data, integrating local and indigenous knowledge, and strengthen global cooperation in monitoring systems are few action points towards COP30. Dear green thinkers and thought leaders, it's my honor and privilege to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Rania Lampo, Greek Astronomy and Space Society, Greece. Professor Dr. Rania Lampo is a multi-awarded global educator, STEM instructor, ICT teacher, trainer, researcher, author, international speaker, and global peace ambassador in Greece. Currently, she is working at the Greek Ministry of Education and she is also STEM instructor at Greek Astronomy and Space Society. She is the founder and international coordinator of many innovative international projects that focus on United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. She has been awarded many national and international prizes, and she is a global teacher. Global Teacher Award. She won Global Teacher Award in 2019, 2020, and 2021. Winner and Global Teacher Prize finalist 2019. She collaborates with many international organizations. Furthermore, she is an editorial board member of many journals. She has presented her research in numerous international conferences and she has published work in various journals. Ma'am, Rania ma'am, it is your time. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anuradha. I agree with you that space is my favorite also element. And one greetings from Athens, from Greece. It is with immense joy and deep honor that I welcome you all, me too, to the Igen Partners Conclave Preconference. And as a partner here with the Greek Astronomy Space Society, I could not be more thrilled to see this vibrant gathering of thinkers, innovators, and change makers who share a commitment to a greener, fairer future. So our theme this year invites us to reflect on the 5 elements, which are not just resources, but I could say they're sacred threads weaving together the fabric of life. The health of each element is inseparable from the well-being of our planet, of our communities, and our future generations. So this evening, I'm excited to see how we explore this interconnectedness, how this interconnectedness can actually inspire real action, how traditional wisdom can meet the modern solutions to shape a world where climate justice is not an aspiration, but a late reality. I extend heartfelt thanks to the Institute of Green Engineers for their vision and the dedication organizing this platform for dialogue and collaboration. Also would like to thank Dr. Ramesh, Dr. Gokul, Dr. Anuradha, Dr. Anjun for the kind invitation. And I will start sharing my presentation. Actually, my topic will focus on next generation space technologies, which are shaping the future of space, more ambitious, more advanced, and more inspiring than ever before. And these innovations are not just technological milestones, they're building the foundation of a new space age, one where humanity may become a truly interplanetary species. And the future of space, of course, is not just about technology. The future of space is about collaboration, it's about vision, and the courage to go beyond. So thank you once for joining us, and I will start sharing presentation. Can you enable the share screening?
Ma'am, you have the accessibility to share your screen now.
Okay, thank you. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am, it's clearly visible, ma'am.
Okay, can you see also the change of slides? Can you see the change of slides?
Yes, ma'am, it's clearly
Okay,
visible,
thank
ma'am.
you, thank you, thank you. So next gen space technologies, before starting talking about this topic, I want to share my experiences with Indian organizations on this in this field. Recently, I got involved in a very innovative program, which is called Mission Shaktisat. I'm country ambassador for Greece. And also Dr. Esther Mala is country ambassador for Malaysia. It's a very pioneering program which tries to unite 12,000 girls from 108 countries. And what is our goal? Our goal is to empower girls from 14 years old to 18 years old to be engaged in space education and STEM education. What we're going to do, this student, first of all, I want to say that this program is organized by Space Kids India. It's a partner of ISRO, Indian Research Organization, Space Research Organization. And students will attend already, they are attending a MOOC, a virtual training, and the best students will be selected, and with ambassadors will go to India, to Chennai. We will stay there for 2 weeks, and we will receive a training about how we can build satellites. Actually, we will build nanosatellites, CubeSats, which will be sent to the moon during the Chandrayaan-4 mission. So it's a historical milestone. It's a unique opportunity for me too. And of course, why this matters? Because this has to do with equal access to every girl. Every girl deserves to reach for the stars because it's important to shatter stereotypes. It's important to offer hands-on experience and involve and attract girls and women in general to these STEM-related careers, and of course bring barriers and reach beyond. And of course, let's not forget that only 20% of women are now only occupied in the space field. Remember this statistic, only 20%. This means that we need to do more about this, and I think 11% only are astronauts. So I will start from this. I will be in Chennai, so I will visit also Igen. And we all know that behind Chandrayaan-3, the space historical mission, there were women leaders who were applauded all around the world. So this it's very important. For the Greek Astronomy Space Society, we're conducting workshops. So what are the other innovations in the aerospace sector, which of course are related with the environment? First, advanced propulsion systems, because modern propulsion technologies are moving beyond traditional chemical rockets. Now, electric propulsion systems like ion and Hall effect thrusters offer high efficiency for long-distance travel. Nuclear propulsion, both thermal and electric, could dramatically reduce travel time to Mars and beyond. Solar sails use photons from the sun to gently accelerate spacecraft over time. Reusable launch vehicles, rockets pioneered by SpaceX Falcon 9 and expanded with Starship drastically reduce the cost of space access because these rockets can actually land and be flown again, making space flight more frequent, sustainable, and economically viable. And of course, we have companies like Blue Origin and Rocket Lab, which are also developing similar capabilities. Autonomous systems AI, definitely AI is revolutionizing spacecraft operation because it allows for real-time decision-making on planetary rovers and autonomous navigation, of course, for deep space probes. And ground control systems also benefit from AI, improving data analysis and mission planning. CubeSats are low-cost, small satellites that can be launched in swarms, and they're used for Earth observation, communication, and even interplanetary science. Miniaturization allow these tiny spacecraft to carry sophisticated instruments, democratizing this way access to space. Spacecraft can also be now refueled, repaired, and upgraded in orbit. So missions like NASA's OSAM-1 aim to demonstrate this. In-orbit 3D printing and manufacturing enables construction of large structures such as antennas or habitats that wouldn't fit in launch vehicles. Enter space habitats, life support systems, because for long-term missions, astronauts need sustainable habitats. This includes closed-loop life support that recycles air and water, radiation shielding, and materials for modular inflatable habitats. Concepts for moon bases and Mars colonies are being developed by NASA, we all know about this, and also private companies. New systems like laser, optical communications, offer faster, more secure data transfer between spacecraft and Earth. Satellite constellations like Starlink create a global broadband network, improving communication even in remote areas and for future deep space missions. Space resource utilization, because in situ resource utilization involves using local materials like lunar regolith or Martian ice to produce oxygen, fuel, and building materials. And this actually reduces the need to launch supplies from Earth and is crucial for sustainable off-Earth living and construction. Space tourism, I think, is very interesting. Companies like Blue Origin, in the past, I have collaborated with Blue Origin. We have conducted here in Greece a pioneer space program. We tried to actually send oil, Greek oil, to the moon, and Blue Origin helped us with this mission. Virgin Galactic and SpaceX are making space accessible to private citizens. Now, suborbital tourism is already happening, while commercial space stations and lunar trips are being planned, potentially opening a new era in civilian space access. And new technologies enable missions far beyond Earth. These include radioisotope thermoelectric generators for power, autonomous navigation systems, and highly durable spacecraft. Upcoming missions aim to explore Jupiter's moon, asteroids, and eventually send probes to interstellar space. So for deep space travel, we have electric propulsion systems, which actually, wait a minute, space tourism, okay. The category systems actually use electricity, typically from solar panels or nuclear power, to ionize and accelerate propellant. The ion thrusters, the Hall effect and graded ion drives, they use electric fields to accelerate ions. Of course, each one has strengths and weaknesses. Nuclear thermal propulsion, nuclear electric propulsion also as a nuclear generator generates electricity to power ion or Hall effect thrusters. And of course, it has a very high efficiency, low duration thruster. The fusion propulsion, when we use nuclear fusion to generate thrust via plasma exhaust or electricity. The antimatter propulsion, so here actually the matter and antimatter annihilation releases massive energy for propulsion. The solar sails and photonic propulsion, when we use radiation pressure from sunlight or lasers to push large reflective sails. Blade propulsion, and of course some other theoretical concepts have to do with ideas, other speculative ideas which involve space-time distortion. Are very, very interesting. The quantum vacuum thrusters, which actually are under debate. So the future of space-based power now is a topic gaining increasing attention as the world searches for more sustainable and scalable clean energy sources. So this refers actually to collecting solar energy in space, where the sun shines almost continuously, and transmitting it to Earth via microwave or laser beams. Unlike terrestrial solar panels, these systems aren't affected by weather, day-night cycles, or atmospheric interference. So the current status is now agencies like NASA, the ESA, European Space Agency, are investing in this concept, the space-based solar power, and the key technologies related to this are related with ultra lightweight solar arrays to minimize launch costs, wireless power transmission using microwave or laser to beam energy to Earth-based receivers, and autonomous assembly space means that robots or modular satellites, they're assembling large arrays, and high-efficiency photovoltaics, which actually maximize energy yield in orbit. The major challenges of this are related, of course, with cost, with efficiency, because current transmission efficiency is relatively low. And the safety, because concerns about microwave laser beams hitting unintended targets, this is one of the major challenges. And the policy regulation, because there is no clear global framework for solar power-based power. So the future actually outlook is little with this timeline. In the decade of 2030, 2040, we will have more commercial pilot projects, more in the governmental consortia form, and more the next decade of 2040 and 2050. We will have more of these advanced and sophisticated programs. So the key drivers of success are related with the phone launching costs, but massive space robotics and AI, international cooperation, the climate change agency. And why this matters? Because if it is successful, this could deliver baseload renewable energy all time in the day. It can reduce reliance on fossil fuels. It can power remote or disaster hit regions, and of course enable clean energy access worldwide. AI and robotics transforming also how humanity explores, understands, and operates in space as missions become more complex and venture farther from Earth. Artificial intelligence, robotic systems, of course, are essential for autonomy, for efficiency, and for safety. So data analysis, for example, in terms of data analysis, we have rovers and probes which use AI to navigate, and this helps us, AI, to accelerate image recognition. It helps us with mission planning because algorithms optimize spacecraft trajectories and schedule robotic operations. It helps us with maintenance and repair, and of course, AI supports collaboration, supports astronauts in habitats, operations, and decision-making. We know some of these examples already. They very well know the DART mission, lunar and Martian construction. And these technologies in use, we use computer vision for identifying terrain features, obstacles, and objects, machine learning for predictive maintenance, for pattern recognition, adaptive behavior, natural language processing for enable voice command interfaces for astronauts, and swarm intelligence. We talk about coordinated control of multiple small satellites or robots. Of course, there are challenges because we talk about latencies. Long communication delays require high autonomy. Reliability, because systems must work in extreme conditions with little room or error. Ethics and safety, because ensuring trust in AI decisions, especially in crewed missions, is another challenge. And power constraints, because limited energy availability requires efficiency. So the future prospects, here we could say here that the next 5 years, we could talk about increased use of semi-autonomous rovers. We could talk about AI copilot space stations. And in the next decade, the full robotic construction of habitats on Moon Mars. Let's see if this happens. And finally, maybe we have human AI colonies with robotic agriculture, repair, scientific research centers. So why AI and robotics matter in space? Because this enables missions to unreachable or hazardous environments. This reduces cost by minimizing crew needs, because this accelerates scientific discovery with real-time data, and of course opens the way for sustained lunar and Martian presence. Low Earth orbit satellites would operate at altitudes 160 to 2,000 kilometers above Earth's surface, and their proximity to Earth offers several advantages, making them increasingly vital for modern applications. So these satellites support faster, low latency communication, which is ideal for internet connectivity, mobile remote communication services, real-time data transmission. And because these satellites are closer to Earth, signals take less time to travel, enable near instantaneous communication, which is a key advantage, of course, over higher orbit satellites like those in geostationary orbit. And also the satellites are ideal for high resolution imaging, making it ideal, of course, for military and border surveillance, for environmental monitoring, for data collection, for the scientific research, etc. So all these amazing applications, I think the most interesting is this one. Every time I present this, the audience is very fascinated. What we call bio-inspired technologies for space survival. This is what we call biomimicry. Biomimicry is becoming very, very popular also here in Europe, and it's also integrated in the classroom, in the activities in the classroom, in scientific education programs organized by scientists. And what is happening? These bio-inspired technologies draw design and functional inspiration from nature to solve complex engineering challenges. So in space, where extreme environments test the limits of human survival and machine durability, nature offers surprisingly effective models for innovation. So we have self-healing materials inspired by human skin and plant tissues. Researchers, for example, are developing materials that can repair microcracks or punctures in spacecraft and spacesuits. And this could reduce the risk from micrometeoroid impacts and extend equipment life without human intervention. Water recycling based on desert creatures. Animals like camels and beetles have evolved to survive with minimal water. So these organisms actually inspire efficient water recovery systems, helping astronauts recycle moisture from breath, sweat, and waste to create closed-loop life support systems on long missions. The photosynthesis inspired life support. Plant processes are being mimicked to design systems that convert the carbon dioxide into oxygen, use algae bioengineered organisms for Earth food regeneration. This can reduce dependency on Earth resupplies during long missions. The Kiko-inspired adhesion. Kikos are small, mostly carnivorous lizards that have a wide distribution found on every continent except Antarctica. So these geckos can stick to surfaces without glue. Engineers are creating adhesive pads for astronauts and robotic arms using similar microstructures, enabling movement and attachment in zero-gravity environments or on spacecraft exteriors. And the swarm robotics inspired by insects. Insects like ants and bees cooperate in swarms to build and explore. And their behavior informs modular, self-organizing robots that can explore planetary surfaces, that can assemble structures autonomously, that can adapt to new environments with minimal commands. Tardigrade inspire radiation resistance. Tardigrades are microscopic organisms that survive extreme radiation and vacuum conditions, and scientists are actually studying the DNA protection mechanisms to design radiation shielding suits or enhance human cell resilience for deep space travel. So by learning from Earth's most resilient life forms, bio-inspired technologies offer sustainable, efficient, and innovative solutions for long-duration space survival. And these technologies bridge biology and engineering to make future space missions safer, smarter, and more self-reliant. Finally, for concluding, I want to highlight commercialization of space tourism is entering a new era, shifting from purely government-led missions now to private ventures, offering space experience to civilians. So with advancements in reusable rockets and orbital infrastructure, space tourism is becoming a viable industry. Many new projects of Blue Origin, galactic and commercial space station, the lunar tourism and missions. The moon is the next major frontier for space tourism. And definitely space tourism is transforming space from an exclusive realm of astronauts to an accessible domain for civilians and businesses. With every suborbital launch and private station plan, we edge closer to making space a regular destination, not just for exploration, but also for experience, for research, and commerce. So thank you very much for your attention and for any question here to discuss.
Thank you, ma'am. Do you want to conclude, Rania, ma'am?
Oh, I have concluded.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear Dr. Rania. It is always delight to listen to your insightful thought process. We share one home, one sky, and one future. From the space, there are no borders. In the vastness of space, we see the truth. We are one planet, one people. With that, we have come to an end of 5 elements. Before I hand over the session to Priya ma'am and our excellent speaker, Dr. Srividya Sukumar, I would like to mention few of my takeaways from the 5 element session so far. Dear element speakers, your insights remind us that in addressing climate change, we are also addressing human fairness, dignity, and shared responsibility. This vision of Panchabutas as a framework for COP30 action is not just poetic, it is profoundly practical. I pray may these 5 elements guide us not only in negotiation but in the daily choices that shape our planet's future. With those remarks, I invite Dr. Priya to take over the next session on harmony of Panchabutas for balanced living by Dr. Srividya Sukumar. Priya ma'am, over to you, ma'am.
Yes, the Panchabutas are not abstract philosophy. They are a blueprint for real action. At COP30, they can help shape a climate justice agenda that is holistic, integrating land, water, energy, air, and data into one vision. Equitable, ensuring that no community is left behind. Grounded, drawing from indigenous wisdom and ecological science alike. From the Amazon to the Himalayas, from coastal villages to urban centers, the Panchabutas teach us that balance is not luxury, it is survival. I'm happy to introduce the speaker, Panchabutas and COP30 Ambassador, Dr. Srividya Sukumar.
Thank you, Dr. Priya. Thanks for that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She has completed her bachelor and master degree at University of Madras, doctorate at United Nations University Institute of Environment and Human Security, Germany. She started a career as a school teacher and academic supervisor. She worked as CEO at Balloon International Nursery, EREC at UK, career guidance expert for Gulf region at SRM Group, member board of director, Children TMC consultant. She gave strategically partnered with governmental and non-governmental educational entities to design and implement robust programs that meet the highest standard of academic and governance compliance, thereby creating inclusive, safe, healthy, and sustainable learning environments that directly align with the sustainable global educational goals set forth by UNESCO and UAE national agenda. As an inspirational motivator and coach, she guides and drives transformative cultural changes within organizations, propelling initiatives centered on sustainability, social welfare, and environmental social governance. She writes the columns on the blog page, the withaa.com, sharing insights fueled by passion for education and commitment to community welfare to drive meaningful social impact. Being a community welfare person, genuine interest lies in community welfare. The papers were published with copyright to WHRPC for social cause. I hand over the session to the ma'am, Dr. Srividya Sukumar ma'am.
Thank you,
Over
Dr.
to you, ma'am.
I'm deeply humbled by your introduction. Thank you so much. And on that note, let me just share my gratitude to Igen and the group of Igen people who are the pillar stone or the cornerstone of success for Environthons and Energythons like this, which are more kind of awareness campaign, which has been thriving and driving the forces from across the globe in taking the sustainability goals further and beyond. So on that note, let me extend my sincere thanks to Dr. President, Dr. Ramesh sir, and the Vice President, Dr. Gokul, and other people who are involved in it. And there are other honorable delegates who are there representing them in different parts of the globe. I owe my sincere thanks to one and all, and also the presiding officers and the coordinators who have been taking it far and beyond, addressing all the sustainable goals across the world. Thank you so much. Thanks for Igen for that commendable effort and the initiatives that they've taken so far. in making these come into reality. Well, on that note, today's note is going to be on, as it is mentioned, and we have been hearing them for over across different time zones from different parts of the globe, that Panchabhutas for the global climate and justice, pathways to COP 2030. So this is what is the thing, and I think we have heard it from every single person who have joined us on this virtual dais, Dr. Balamurugan, Dr. Preeta, Dr. Ramesh, Dr. Gokul, Dr. Ishwat ma'am, and I think even Dr. Anuradha, and the speakers, and the eminent speakers, Dr. Alima, Dr. Renukatako, Dr. P.S. Kumar, Dr. Esther Mala, Dr. Rani Alabo, and last but not the least, coming in the last is always a challenge. That's me. And we are going to hear from more of the people who are going to represent their with pride, Dr. Anjum Qureshi, Dr. Manimala, Dr. Selvarat, Dr. Tanuja, Dr. Pratipha, and Dr. Krishna Gandhi. Thank you so much. And not to miss in the mention, of course, the person who is behind the whole scene, Davis, who has been just taking it forward right from every one of us and giving it us in a beautiful capsule that we are taking it today. We are going to take home today. Well, on that note, talking about 5 elements. These Panchabhutas are the 5 elements, as we all know, as we are hearing from every single speaker: earth, water, fire, air, and space are fundamental not only to the environment, but to our own human body. That's why every time when I insist on anything, charity begins at home. It starts within ourselves. So it is a very key primitive requisite to understand the balance between the key of the well-being of the Panchabhutas, relating ourselves, the inner soul, with the environment. That's what is the whole thing of achieving this COP 2030 agendas, or even talking about the environment, such that we are developing the idea of our consciousness is only a part of this materialistic world, that with our consciousness, we can directly influence the world. If you allow me to incite a small include or a quote from Sanskrit, Yato hastaka tato trishti, yato trishti tato mana tato bhava, yato bhava tato rasa. That means where the hand goes, the mind goes. Where the mind goes, it's been taken from Bharatanatyam, Abhinaya Tarpanam. That means where the hand goes, the gesture goes, the eye goes. Where the eye goes, the mind goes. When the mind goes, the heart follows. When the heart follows, the senses follows, the rasa follows. And when the rasa follows, the whole body takes the transit along. That's how the whole Bharatanatyam is coming into evolution. And that's what is happening with our 5 rasas. I mean, the Panchabhutas, which are seen inside the human body, which are very much present inside the body, that we are taking up to the entire environment. So the recognition of the 5 elements is both a physical and the spiritual context that reminds the humanity of its responsibility to preserve the nature and to live in the harmony with the universe. So for that, we are all here, just as definitely our sincere respect with due gratitude to all the gurus who have joined us today on this platform, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, because we are the ones, students, even the gurus need not be teachers at whom we are talking about. It can be even students, because anyone who is going to impart knowledge or take forward the knowledge to a community, they are all called as gurus. So that in that note, these Panchabhutas are just not abstract concepts, but they are the building blocks of everything, including our own bodies. Our own body is our own guru. So it takes forward through us by understanding the properties, how they react, and with better to appreciate the interconnectedness of all the things around us within ourselves, to strive and live in harmony with the nature by promoting both the individual and the environmental well-being. So on that note, these 5 elements that we are talking about, Panchabhutas today, so I'm going to really bring it to make it condensed in a more funneled way. How is it, even who is going to do it? We are going to do it. Sab is mutti mein hai. How is it? Very simple. So in the spiritual and the philosophical traditions of these 5 elements of nature, earth, water, fire, and air, space, they're all present in our own 5 fingers. Thumb is the fire element, which represents the willpower, energy, and the transformation. Index finger represents the communication, creativity, and expansion. The middle finger represents the space or the ether aspect of it, which represents a balance between it and the grounding to the connection to the world, real world. Ring finger represents the earth part of it, represents the stability, security, and the physical health. And the little finger represents the emotions, intuition, and adaptability. So if at all we are going to achieve these Panchapradas in correcting this environment, it is all done through these 5 fingers, and it's sab mutti mein hai. And this is what is said in the great form of yoga in the Hindu mythology, the practice of mudras, which is more symbolic hand gestures, which are used in yoga and meditation. And these believed to influence the flow of energy in the body by interacting to the elements that are represented by the fingers, by establishing the coexistence, which are related to the physical, spiritual, and the cosmic world. So on that note, please allow me to share my screen. Yes, thank you so much. I think I've given a very long introduction. Well, yeah, hope it's visible now. I'm going to present it. Let me go into the present mode. Yeah, there we are. So, the harmony of the Panchabhutas, unlocking the secrets of balanced living. So, we sparkle and shine from the gleaming beauty of our own spectrum, Aham Brahmasmi. So, whatever we think, whatever we are trying to do, that's what we become, and that's how we achieve. So, in the stillness of the present modern world, we find the key to the balanced living. It's by turning into our inner wisdom and embracing the natural flow of life that we can cultivate a sense of harmony and the equilibrium that radiates from within. That's within ourselves. That's what we're going to transmit to the world. By understanding the 3 principles of the balanced living, the individuals like us can optimize the physical, social, and emotional mental health, leading to the improved productivity, relationship, and the quality of life. So discover the transformative power of the balanced living and unlock the secrets of the life of harmony, purpose, and fulfillment. By embracing these principles of balance, we will be empowered to live a life that truly reflects your values and aspirations, and live that life which is full of energy, enthusiasm, and joy. So let's get started on the journey to a balanced living and make it a more amazing adventure. And achieving balance in the life is crucial for our own well-being and success. So this is what our book is going to come out with. So introduction is in the rich tapestry of the Indian philosophy, especially with the frameworks of the Ayurveda and Hinduism. The Panchabhutas, the 5 elements, are regarded as the foundation of the building blocks of the universe that we have seen so far. As we tune into the symphony of life, we discover that our senses are intricately connected to the 5 elements and shape the world. That's what we have seen so far. So nature life is nourishing in the soil of the soul, and it is the body, the feeling, the instincts which connects us with the soil. So Prithvi, first point is of Prithvi, how we are going to integrate all these 5 elements, which we feel that which are around us, which are indifferent. They are not so, they are more integrated, they are more interconnected. How? That's what we're going to see together. The earth is a music for those who listen, and so listen to the inner self than outside to derive from peace from within. So the element nature, Prithvi, symbolizes stability, structure, and the foundation aspects of the existence. The earth elements is the most powerful of all the elements, and the earth represents the balance and dominates at the center of the diagonal directions. So when it is a balanced state, it induces the inner feeling of stability, peace, and harmony. In human attributes, the strengthening of the earth element enhances the strength of the mind, steadfastness, and the determination, and uninterrupted advancement towards its goal. So it represents the qualities such as reliability, security, and groundedness and in our physical bodies. The Prithvi responds our bones, muscles, and skin such that our own skeletal framework. So with this, by embracing the principles of grounding nature with patience and stability, we can establish a strong foundation that provide us with the resilience that needed to navigate the life challenges. So relating ourselves to the nature and its cosmic nature with regular practices such as spending time with the nature, meditation, yoga, and practicing mindfulness, and engaging into physical activities like serving others, taking care of the environment, can help to reinforce our connection to the earth element, enhancing our senses of sustainable living by being in gratitude to our mother nature. So that's how the Prithvi element takes its form. So now moving on to the Jala, that is water. There is no life without water. That's what we have seen. And the life matter and the matrix of the mother earth and its medium. So the water element is a huge life force, as almost 70% of the earth and its bodies are made of water, and the water has nurturing energy which can observe the perfect cycles of water throughout the planet. So we must have realized that when we take bath or going for a swimming, we naturally feel that our body is more relaxed. Why? Because water has the capacity to heal. As we have done this 888 or the Lion Gates portal, manifestation, everything with water, that shows that it comes into healing and it is the main savior for people on earth. And it pulls out the negativity, balances with our emotions, and makes our mind more calm and focused. So when water is in balanced state, it induces a spiritual and philosophical attitude to life. And it in attributes, water is associated with the power of conceptualizing new ideas, thoughts, healing energy, and the restoration of health. It influences emotions, feelings, and intuition. So the water element, jala, embodies the fluidity, adaptability, and the sense of nourishment. It signifies the emotional dynamics and the importance of nurturing relationships. So in our bodies, the jala pertains to our blood, limb, and other body fluids essential for life. That's why 70% of our human body is made of water, and it is in a fluid nature such that it takes the nature of water and the fluidity, it adapts itself to wherever it goes, and it takes the volume of the container, it takes the shape of the container, such that it becomes more adaptable. So by cultivating these qualities of flexibility, emotional balance, and the capacity to flow with changes, we can better adapt to various circumstances. So adequate hydration, practicing emotional awareness, and engaging in nurturing activities helps us to ascend with the water element, allowing us to flow and foster connection with and handle emotions, turbulence with grace and empathy. That means we'll put ourselves in other shoes to get the understanding better. So on that note, we are moving ahead now to the next page. I should be able to do.
I sincerely thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening session on the Panchbhutas. Your words beautifully reminded us of the deep connection between the five elements earth, water, fire, air, and space, and our own lives. We truly appreciate the knowledge and wisdom you shared, inspiring us to live in harmony with nature. With this note, the Panchbhutas, earth, water, fire, air, and space are considered the five fundamental elements of nature in Indian philosophy, Ayurveda, and spiritual traditions. Thank you.
Dr. Priya, I'm supposed to connect it to COP 2030 as well. I mean the 30 objectives. If you
Yes.
allow me to share, I will connect it to the COP 30. If it's
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Sure? Thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
So moving ahead, so we were here, now the Agni. Let me clear this one off. So Agni is the fire. The greatest glory of living lies in never falling, but rising up every time we fall. So the fire is the driving force, as we have seen, and for all the life processes. And when in a balanced state, fire induces power, confidence, and the fame, recognition, and money. And the fire element is the element of all love and affairs of heart. So the fire represents the relationship of ourselves with others and the environment as well. So with these, by embracing these power of passion, courage, and transformative goals, we'll be able to ignite our aspirations and pursue our goals with unwavering commitment and determination. So engaging in these practices can stimulate our metabolism, such as balanced diet, regular exercise, and setting up ambitious goals. Thank you. And Vayu, the fourth element is Vayu or air. So the universe is not outside. It's not outside of you. Look into yourself. Everything that you want, you ask for, you are going to give yourself. That's what Vayu says. Because the more you inhale, the more you exhale, the more you meditate, you will be able to achieve more. So everything comes from within. So the air element is the most basic connection of life. And our body can survive if we breathe. And air represents the growth and associated movement of joy and happiness. With the balanced state, air reduces courage. Air induces courage and perseverance to achieve our goals. By enhancing creativity, freedom, and effective communication, we can tackle our challenges and facilitate positive interaction. So by practicing deep breathing exercises, engaging in creative pursuits, fostering open-ended communication helps us to align with the air element, leading to the greater clarity and innovation of our thoughts and action. So last is the ether. ether is Akasha. Let me just try to present it. Another 2 minutes, ma'am. I'll just wind up. Okay, sorry. So the ether element or the space element, all things arise in it and return to it. So that we all know. What goes around comes around. So as we are from the space, we are going back to our space. So the space element of the Akasha is in Panchabhuta about the expansive potential and the inner stillness when it is with the balanced state, and it induces the knowledge and awareness to understand the new and the creative ideas. The space element encompasses everything around us and influences the mind and the heart, and the element of space represents the expansion and enhancement. So, by nurturing awareness and compassion and the sense of unity, we can connect deeply within ourselves and others, and allowing us for a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. By engaging into spiritual practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and community service can help us to resonate with the Akasha element, fostering a sense of purpose and deep within us peace. Now, these are the 5 different elements. As I told you, everything is going to be achieved by us. Sab ye mutti mein hai. So, how to bring them together when achieving for a social cause? So, embracing the Panchabhutas in the chaotic world. So, in the tumultuous landscape of the modern world, the principles of the Panchabhutas are more critical than ever. We face pressing challenges from inside and outside world, including the climatic change, environmental degradation, social inequality, rising mental health issues, all of which demand our immediate attention and action. So the framework offered by the Panchabhutas equip us with the understanding on our interconnectedness within the world and each other as we move into the future. So it is very essential to recognize and integrate the web of relationships between these Panchabhutas and the environment. So by honoring the balance and the harmony of the 5 elements, we can take proactive steps to mitigate climatic change. So we must take decisive action to address the climatic change by adopting sustainable practices, promoting renewable energy, and minimizing the ecological footprint, that is with Prithvi and Jala, and fostering social cohesion by actively promoting emotional intelligence with empathy and compassion in our communities. We can nurture social bonds and enhance cohesive collective well-being with Jala and Akasha. Drive innovation and progress, harnessing with the power of creativity, passion, and determination will allow us to push boundaries and tackle challenges that heads on that comes from Agni and Vayu. So cultivating the inner peace and well-being. So prioritizing awareness and self-care and the spiritual growth is crucial for the individual and the collective well-being, that is Akasha. By fully integrating the wisdom of Panchabhutas into our life, we can create a more harmonious, balanced, and sustainable world. One that respects and nurtures the connections between the humanity, nature, and the universe. So by embracing the core values of sustainability, adaptability, passion, creativity, and awareness, we can build resilience and develop innovative solutions to pressing challenges of the world. With this conscientious effort, we can forge a path towards a brighter future for ourselves and for all generations to come. So if I have time, I can just present it for COP30 objectives and the principles. I leave it to you if you want me to just... background. Should I continue, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. So this is the same presentation which we had presented before for tech meeting of UN. So I'm trying to present the same thing here so that we get an awareness from the beginning. So ongoing activities with the upcoming work of the tech on the climatic technology policy of 25-26. So United Nations with the climatic change, right from the past, that if you're going to bridge it with the present and take it forward to the future. From 2024, the implementation plan was at a glance, that is 16 groups, activity groups with co-leads were formed with 30 outputs ranging from knowledge, product to events, dialogues, and policy-oriented key messages were adopted with 40 representatives observing constituencies with 20 partner organizations and collaborators. And what was the take-home was AI, climatic change, climatic action in developing countries, opportunities with challenges and risks, launch of tech and geopolicy briefs on EWS, climate technologies, impact stories from TM, and Future Clean Tech Festival, AI Innovation Grand Challenge, transformative industry moving forward, NDC acceleration with agri-food systems, NDE forums, and etc. So 2024 implementation at a glance was this exactly. So knowledge products, TNA energy sector guidebook with aspects on just transition, technical paper for AI on climatic action, including risk and challenges, buildings and infrastructures. Policies on gender responsive urban mobility, early warning systems, water, energy, food system, decarbonization, head to abate industrial sectors, key messages for recommendation for COP and CMA. Analysis and synthesis evolution was that implemented tech action plan, analysis standards of low and near zero emission products with hard to abate sectors in the industry. Dialogue on events, which happened on COP29, transformative industry, high level event for water energy systems, grand challenge for A14 climatic action. Now, what to expect in 2025-26? That was the thing. So these were the targets for 2025-26. Deploying established climate technologies and solutions for buildings and infrastructure, leveraging data to accelerate financing for climatic technologies for building and infrastructure, TNA guidebook for energy sector, including aspects of just transition, knowledge product, and how developing countries can be supported updating TNAs. Along with that, accelerating policies to energy storage to advance clean energy transitions. So with analysis and synthesis, concept note, practically means for AI implementation for transformative climatic change. That's going to be the key criteria. Once again, I repeat, concept note for practical means to support AI implementation for transformative climatic change solutions. Synthesis report providing analysis of standards with low and near zero emission production products. Concept note for tool to identify country needs for the step-up implementation of NSI. Technical paper for AI climatic changing, including risks on the use of AI, that is data handling, safety and security of the security breach, etc. Policy brief on opportunities, risks, and challenges with AI for climatic action. So this is what is the thing. And COP 2030 action agenda, accelerating the implementation of global stock take roadmap will include. COP 2030 agenda is a unified solution driving initiative aimed at accelerating implementation of Paris Agreement through global stock take. That is uniting for climatic resilient future. What is GST? Global stock take serves as a compass for all the collective efforts to pursue the goals of the Paris Agreement. So the action agenda aims to drive momentum towards the full implementation of GST, mobilizing all stakeholders to work alongside with the governments in advancing climate action plan. So all these collective efforts will have a depository under COP30 presidency, emphasis the need for global mutual and the collective efforts to engage into climate action worldwide. This will involve uniting under the single inclusive framework to implement existing climatic commitments at scale with urgency. So the key objectives will outline 30 key objectives, that is COP30. COP, in other words, is called as police people of these 30 objectives. So the people who are going to implement are the police people who are going to monitor, who are going to drive it to secure, to save it, to security, safety, and implementation, such that it is categorized into 6 thematic axes, that is including transition, energy, industry, transport, tripling renewables, and promoting sustainable infrastructure. So with the 30 objectives, these are the 6 themes that we are going to work with. Transition energy with the industry, transport, tripling renewables, and promoting sustainable infrastructure, charting forests, oceans, biodiversity, that is halting, reversing deforestation, preserving marine ecosystems, transforming agriculture and food systems, implementing sustainable agriculture practices, and reducing food waste, building resilience for cities and infrastructure and water, developing climate resilient cities and infrastructure, fostering human social development, mainstreaming climate consideration in investments and insurance, unleashing enablers and accelerators, mobilizing finance, technology, capacity building to support climate action. So these 30 agendas are these are. When it comes to the first pillar, that is transition energy industry export, tripling renewables, doubling energy efficiency to increase renewable energy capacity, improve energy efficiency to reduce dependence on fossil fuels, accelerating zero and low emission technologies, promote sustainable technologies and hard to abate sectors, ensuring universal access to energies, provide energy access to all, particularly undeserved communities, transitioning way from fossil fuels, phase out fossil fuels in just orderly and equitable manner. Stewarding forests and oceans biodiversity means halting, reversing deforestation, invest in efforts to stop reverse deforestation, forest degradation, conserving the restoring nature, that is protecting and restoring ecosystem, promoting solutions for climatic biodiversity and desertification, preserving and restoring oceans, restore oceans ecosystems and coastal ecosystems, transforming agriculture and food systems, land restoration and sustainable agriculture, implementing sustainable agriculture practices, restore degraded lands, resilient food systems, develop more resilient, adaptive, and sustainable food systems, equitable access to food, ensure equitable access to adequate food and nutrition for all, building resilience for cities and infrastructure and water, multi-level governance, foster cooperation among different levels of governance, sustainable resilient construction, promote sustainable resilient building practices, resilient urban development, develop resilient cities and infrastructure with water management, improve water management practices, solid waste management, enhance solid waste management systems, fostering human and social development, promoting resilient health systems, develop health systems that can withstand climate-related stresses, reducing climatic impacts and poverty and hunger, education capacity building, provide education training to capacity to build climatic resilience, cultural and climatic action, integral cultural considerations into climatic action, unleashing enablers and accelerators with climatic finance, mobilize climatic finance and mainstream considerations in investments, climatic technology, develop, disseminate climatic friendly technologies, capacity building with capacity building and climatic action with innovation and entrepreneurship and bioeconomy and biotechnology with information integrity to ensure accurate and reliable climatic information is being shared. So the COP 2030 agenda is a call to the action for all the stakeholders to work together to accelerate the implementation of Paris Agreement to achieve and foster a climatic resilient future. So embracing forward, embracing the Panchabhutas, the 5 elements of nature to align with the above mentioned COP 2030 agenda through this, one of the platform is Environthon 2025. So in the tumultuous landscape of the modern world, the principles of the Panchabhutas are more critical than ever. We are facing challenges, including climatic change, environmental degradation, social inequality, and rising mental health issues, of all of which demand immediate action and decision. So the framework offered by the Panchabhutas equip us with the understanding of the interconnectedness with the world and each other. As we move into the future, it is essential to recognize the intricate web of relationship between the Panchabhutas that so-called within the environment, but more relating it to the balance and the harmony. We have to relate it to the inner self such that we are able to take proactive steps to mitigate climatic change, foster social cohesion, drive innovation and progress, cultivate inner being and well-being, and such that through this conscientious effort, we will be able to foster a path towards a brighter future for ourselves and for all generations to come. So if you want more information on these are the websites where it is already available. And to remain engaged, let's engage into active collaborations like this, active knowledge sharing platforms like this, and we will be able to take it forward. On that note, allow me to extend my sincere thanks to Igen and Dr. President, Dr. Ramesh, and the Vice President and the directors and all the team members of Igen who have taken this wonderful initiative of bringing it forward to the society. Thank you so much. So as I always say, coming together is only a beginning, staying together is process, working together is success. So let's all put our heart, mind, and soul together to take forward this initiative further with one thought, one vision, and also one mission of making our earth a better place to live in. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening session on the Panchabhutas. Your words beautifully reminded us of the deep connection between 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space, and our own lives. We truly appreciate the knowledge and wisdom you shared, inspiring us to live in harmony with nature. With this note, the Panchabhutas, earth, water, fire, air, and space are considered the 5 fundamental elements of nature in Indian philosophy, Ayurveda, and spiritual traditions. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Davis, for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dr. C. Priya, for that concluding remarks. And thank you so much, Dr. Anurad and Dr. Priya, for your marvelous moderation and the making of this beautiful occasion. And I extend my sincere gratitude to the entire speakers and partners for your presence, patience in pitching perfections in your presentations. Thank you, board, and thank you, partners. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to the continuation of this occasion, the Igen Environthon is set to go for the announcement of element-wise competitions organized in association with Igen Environthon 2025. To proceed upon that, shall we call upon Dr. Anjum Qureshi to address the virtual gathering in the event execution in association with Igen Environthon for Element Earth. Please take forward the session, Dr. Anjum Qureshi.
Davis, move to the next element.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your virtual hands together in welcoming Dr. S. Sangeeta, who will be joining on behalf of Dr. K. Manimala to present and address the virtual gathering about element water in the making of Igen Environthon 2025. Please take forward the session, Dr. S. Sangeeta.
Thank you, Davis. So on behalf of Dr. K. Manimala ma'am, I'm just presenting it. So good evening to all present here. And I'm excited to share the details about the water element competition. And we have two competitions. So one is like safe water and hygiene poster competition. So here the based on the art, it will going to be, the talking will be. So it will be a digital or hand-drawn posters that spread awareness about safe drinking water, sanitations, and climate resilience. So this picture can inspire the action faster than words. So that is the theme of this competition. And the second contest we are focusing on the video contest. So it will be a recording a solo video, or it can be a group of people. It can be a group work. So sharing their views on the water conservation, hygiene, or how climate change impacts on water resources. So this can be a platform to move, sparking change with our words. So these both competitions we are going to conduct before August 21st. So based on that, we will be selecting the winners. August 20th, we are the last date for registering. And we have one more offline event, which is going to be take place in Anna University on August 28th. So this will be the details of the competitions about the water element. So thank you all. So over to you, Davis.
Thank you, Dr. S. Sangeeta, for the deliberated information in the making of Igen Environthon, a water element competition in association with the Institution of Clean Engineers. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please call upon Dr. P. Selvaraj to address the virtual gathering in the execution of Fire Element event in association with Igen Environthon 2025?
Good evening, all present here. So I'm happy to announce two online events conducted under the Element Fire. So we're calling all the passionate change makers from colleges and schools. Get ready to ignite your ideas in the Panchabhutas Fire Element competitions under Igen Environthon 2025, a 30-hour world record climate marathon. Competition 1, bioenergy waste to power innovation hack. So showcase your innovation in converting waste to energy, bring forward sustainable, scalable solutions that can spark the real transformation in the energy sector. So competition 2, so green industry case study challenge, investigate, analyze, and propose the ideas to derive industry towards the net zero emissions through your case studies. So the fire element competitions are designed spark environmental responsibility and promote climate innovation through your driven solutions. So following are the takeaway by participating in these events. So top 3 will receive a certificate of excellence, shield and medal. Top 10 will receive winner certificate and medal. Top 25 will receive special appreciation certificate. All the participants will receive contributor certificates. So on behalf of Igen Environthon 2025, I invite all the viewers and school and college students to come forward and present your ideas in this competition. Last date for submitting your ideas, August 20. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. P. Selvaraj, for your extended information about the fire element event execution in association with the Igen Environthon 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the scaling of next element, I take an immense pleasure in representing Dr. Anjum Qureshi to deliberate you on the element-wise competition execution of element Earth element, so student competition announcement. So it will be inviting all college and school students to set up and be a part of unique challenge under Panchapuda's Earth elements. So they will have 2 competitions. So one will be climate smart crop design resilient cropping systems using science, sustainability, and indigenous knowledge. And the second competition will be zero food waste innovation challenge. So developing practical, scalable solution to eliminate food waste across the valuable chain. So these competitions are a part of Panchapuda's Earth Element celebration, inspiring young minds to contribute to global sustainability and climate action. On behalf of Dr. Anjum Qureshi, we would like to extend our welcome for the green contributors to enroll and join in for the Earth Element competition. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the continuation in the announcement of various competition under the Igen Environthon 2025, may I please invite Dr. Pratibha to deliberate on the execution of Element Space?
Yeah, thanks, David. And good evening to all of you. And thanks to all the members of Igen for organizing this very good pre-conference 3. As an element head of space, my team's main aim will be to try and increase the amount of awareness as much as possible regarding how to protect the environment from further degradation. And in this effort, you have taken 2 initiatives. One will be a debate competition among that will be an offline event in a particular institute of Kolkata, West Bengal. The topic for the event will be the role of peaceful space cooperation in global security, climate monitoring, and conflict resolution. And another will be a online competition that will be a pan-India basis. It will be on individual basis. It will be a storytelling video contest. The topic of the storytelling video contest will be how global partnerships are developing to tackle climatic problems. The topic is global partnership in space for tackling climatic changes. So I invite all the schools and colleges of all over India to join this initiative and spread the awareness as much as possible so that we can protect our Mother Earth as much as possible. Thanks, David.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pratibha, for your well-known explanation and deliberating about the execution of Space Element event on association with Igen Environthon 2025. Thank you, Doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, on the beautiful continuation of this event, it takes an immense pleasure for me to present on behalf of Dr. B. Tanuja to you the Air Element event execution in association with Igen Environthon 2025. So calling all creative thinkers and passionate voice as a part of the Global 30-Hour Climate Marathon, Igen Environthon 2025, brings you the Air Element featuring 2 powerful competitions exclusively for enrolled students under college and schools. So one will be voice like the wind, arguments that move with the air, take the stage and let your voice drive change. This competition invites impactful debates and speeches that challenge norms and stir minds on issues related to air, pollution, and sustainability. And the second competition will be topic zone. The topic will be air, zone, air, climate, and clean future. So step into the zone of ideas where your vision of cleaner, greener future takes form. Share your thoughts, present innovations, and advocate for climate solutions that breathe life. On behalf of Dr. B. Tanuja and the entire board of the Igen Environthon, we would like to invite all the virtual gathering to enroll for the registration of air element competition in association with Igen Environthon 2025. Thank you all dear organizing heads and dear organizing secretaries of Igen Environthon for your presence and patience in making perfections in every part of this beautiful occasion. Now, as we move on to the conclusion, in making the successful execution of this beautiful occasion, it's my pleasure and privilege to invite Mr. Gabriel Prasanaraj to present the vote of thanks.
So, hi Davis, am
Sorry
I
to interrupt.
audible?
Yeah. Sorry, Gabriel, before you conclude, just a point from my end. I request all my online viewers who are joined today for the session. The details of the competitions are available on the website of Igen Environthon 2025. So I request you to register yourself for any of the competitions that are there on the Environthon 2025. You can register for the competitions as well as register for the event through the website. Thank you. Over to you, Gabriel. Sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. Yeah. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, you are clearly audible.
Yeah, so hi everyone. So good evening to all. And yeah, on behalf of the Institution of Green Engineers and the organizing team of Igen Environthon 2025, I take immense pleasure in delivering the vote of thanks for today's inspiring pre-conference on Panchabhutas for Global Climate Justice, Pathway to COP30. We express our sincere thanks to Dr. L. Ramesh, President of Igen, for his inspiring leadership and unwavering commitment to sustainable development. And first and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest and opening remarks speaker, Dr. J. Balamurugan, Vice President Igen, for setting the tone of the event with valuable insights. Our sincere thanks to all our distinguished element speakers. First, we had Dr. Halima Sadia. She spoke on air for emphasizing the critical role of clean air and education. Then Dr. Renuka Thakur, she spoke on water for highlighting the importance of water stewardship. Then we had Dr. P.S. Kumar. He spoke on for sharing the impactful ideas on renewable and clean energy. Then we had Dr. Esther Mala. She spoke on Earth for inspiring us with ground level sustainability solutions. And at last, Dr. Rania Lampo. She spoke on space for enlightening us on the cosmic perspective of sustainability. A special mention to Dr. Srividya Sukumar, a co-delegate of Path to COP30 for guiding our vision towards global climate action. We also extend our gratitude to our organizing head, Engineer Gokul, Director Igen, and our organizing secretaries, Dr. Irshad Meera Mirzana and Dr. Preetha Mary George, whose dedication made this program a grand success. Our heartfelt thanks to our moderator, Dr. T. Anuradha and Dr. C. Priya, for steering the session with grace and clarity. We appreciate the valuable contribution of our partners and supporters, including Prithvi Growcare, Global Sustainable Future Network, EduFarm International Academy, Edugate Global Astronomy and Space Society, and Elegant Empire Education. Finally, to our audience from across the globe, your participation and encouragement make our efforts worthwhile. So have a great day, and yeah, looking forward. Yeah, over to you, Davis.
Thank you, Gabriel. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes an immense pleasure to appreciate the volunteers of the backstage team today. Who took lead is Mr. Satish Kumar from Dr. MJR Education Research Institute as the backstage head for Igen Environthon Pre-Conference 03. And followed by Satish Kumar, joining him will be Mr. Yuvaraj, Mr. Uday Kumar, and Mr. Kuparaj from Dr. MJR Education Research Institute under the YouTube moderation. And followed by that, we also have Mr. John Wilford Thomas from Savita Engineering College, who has been assigned as the co-host for this very event. And followed by that, we also had Mr. Bala Murugan and Ms. Bhavani Mr. Balamurgan from Dr. MJ Education Research Institute, Miss Bhavani from Agni College of Technology, who has been assigned as decision monitor of IG Environthon Preconference 3. And followed by that, we also had an Friend State Executive, Mr. Gabriel Prasanna Raj, for delivering the vote of thanks from AMS College of Engineering. It takes an immense pleasure to thank you all with an extended gratitude. We also look forward for making a lot of excellence in the upcoming future in influencing sustainability in all forums. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Signing off will be Igen Davis, representing the Institution of Green Engineers as the coordinator.
Thank you, Davis, for all the coordination and support. And thank you, Gabriel, for joining and giving the